Guys,
Do I have audio?
We live. Hello.
we do have audio. Jazz, I swear to God, if you start this stuff again, I'm going to ask you to do
What's up,
every
guys?
fucking time, guy. You don't have audio.
Hello, everyone.
All right.
How's it going?
Welcome,
This
boys.
works.
Look at it. It's 5 of the cool kids hanging out together here.
A big old sausage party.
Where? I just see us.
Dude, you got to buy into the self-delusion, otherwise it just ain't going to work.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if I told you guys, but I sat on my iPad. So this time, right? So it still works. It's in the shape of my wonderful ass. But the camera does not work as a result of my wonderful ass. So I'm using my phone, and I'm going to attempt to respond to chats and everything here on my iPad, which I can still see. So I don't know if you can see how.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, it's quite curved. Yeah.
Yeah, nice starration there. But right on. So boys, here we are. So well, I liked your idea of us introducing ourselves because I think maybe not everybody knows who we are or by our face. So I'll just jump in.
Despite our worldwide fame, there are still a few people who don't know who we are.
Right, and I maybe some tribes in Australia or something like that, they may not have seen us. So just in case they're watching tonight, I'm Jeff. I have Taro Comics as my handle on Instagram. I am married with kids and loving life, and I have an understanding wife that lets me have a giant room as a toy box, basically. So, and up next, who wants to go next?
Okay, I'll go next since everybody's jumping to go.
I know you guys are fighting each other for this.
Yeah. I'm David Whale. My Instagram handle is @whale.david. I'm a writer and storyteller.
A very good writer.
Thank you. Yes, I wasn't going to plug myself, but yeah.
Well, I will plug you. If you haven't checked out David's books, you need to, because he's got 2 out of a 3-book series that he's doing.
Third
one
one
wrapped up book 3.
Third one just went to the third one just went to the editors this morning, actually.
Yeah, so if you're into sci-fi and really cool characters, I highly recommend Dave's book series. I fucking love it. Right, I'm a fanboy. Not to creep you out, but I'm a fanboy. Right?
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. All right, we lost Jazz there.
He didn't want to introduce himself.
I'll go next.
Buddy.
I'm Adam. Instagram handle is superpowered figures. I'm just happy to be here. Been doing the photography thing for a while now. Been collecting for pretty much my whole life. Stoked to be with the boys again.
Right on, Mikey.
All right, Mike, Danger Room Toy Photography. I take pictures, and I'm here tonight.
A lot of pictures.
A lot of pictures. I think you have more ideas getting into the shower than most of us have through the whole day.
Yeah,
for real, man. For real.
It's just the way my brain works, I guess.
So okay. So then, part of my idea was we get the introductions done, and then Jazz is back. Jazz, you're up, dude. Introduce yourself.
Assuming you have audio, introduce yourself.
Really
Literally every time we do this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the martial geek. He takes photos and he does martial arts and does not do audio apparently.
Phone again. You guys can start if you want to.
Yeah, we will.
God damn.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Jeff. You were saying about the plan for tonight.
Yeah. I'm going to put this joint out because I'm doing nothing. All right. Well, what I was thinking is, rather than being all self-indulged and talk about the shit we're into right now, why don't we jump into the artists, the reason why we're here, the guys we want to feature. I suggest if the Pic Bar is okay with it as well, I'd love to jump in and start celebrating these folks. Now, One thing I've noticed with the iPad is it's about 8 seconds behind. So when I'm reading things, I'll just have to wait for it to come up when we're looking at my artists.
Sure.
Same with me.
So guys in the control room, whom we love and adore, thank you so much for making this available for us. If you could pop up the first artist, we'll get to reviewing these awesome people that we've started following and appreciate.
Yeah, here we are.
All right, so this is looks like I'm popping the cherry tonight, boys. So these are my picks by looks of it. So Masters of the Metaverse 22. I picked this shot not only just because it's a great shot, and I may as well address the elephant in the room. I'm watching the TV and doing it live off my phone, so I'm looking at the bigger screen on my on the TV. So anyway, yeah, I mean, aside from it just being like a badass shot of Dr. Loomis there, he actually built the whole diorama that's going on in the background and just
That's cool.
And the thing that got me and that really popped me is he just nonchalant, just, oh yeah, I built this diorama, I just finished it, whatever. It is freaking incredible.
It is. If it wasn't for the shadow on the wall, I would think it was forced perspective. That dio is so good. Yeah, the dio itself is incredible. Like, it's so three-dimensional, and it's not just like a wall; it's the whole damn house. It looks incredible. I mean, I admire this guy's skills, not even in the build alone, but just in the photo. This photo is fantastic.
That shadow is amazing.
Yeah, the shadow's incredible. After the last little while, I've seen him just progress and progress. I remember when I first started following him, he was really doing a lot of Masters of the Universe at the time, and he's really branched off into like other avenues, not just like Motu stuff, and just like a small example of what he's like capable of doing. But,
well, you guys know that I love shadows, and I also love a good diorama. So I'm fully on board with this, and it's funny because I mean the framing is great, the shadow is great. The thing that first jumped out at me are those two jack-o'-lanterns at the bottom. Yeah. And how their orange light is being thrown back on his legs. It gives that much more depth and realism when you've got the spill light like that from small little light sources, and the fact that they're jack-o'-lanterns is just cool. Yeah. And like, I don't know, he nailed the pose, everything, like the facial expression for that figure, just looking up like that into like the spotlight, everything is just well, I mean, quite honestly, if I didn't know we were reviewing toy photography, I would think this was just a scene from the movie, and it's so well done, I would probably scroll past it. Do you know what I mean by that? Like it's so I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it's very realistic. Like it's very, very well laid out. Again, like the deal, like when I was looking at this shot, like when he originally shot, I was looking at the deal, I was like, holy shit. And then I was like, whoa, there's more pictures in here. And just the pictures that went along with the deal that he built, just incredible. So now, do you know, do you know what he built the diorama out of? Like, is this foam or is it like, is it wood? Honestly, I don't know. He just like, again, I'm in another group with him. He threw this post up. He's like, hey guys, I just built this deal. And it's like, what the hell? You've been working on this masterpiece this whole time, Yeah. I don't even know how he could work on that in silence, because if I was working on something that cool, you guys would be sick of the fucking project by the time it was done. Right? Exactly. I'd be like, oh my god, look, I just did another post on the fence, Well, it's like when I was doing that that beat up house diorama, and I was sending you guys, like, every time a layer of paint was drying, I was sending you a picture of it.
Yeah, but at least yours showed real progression, dude. Like it was a delight to watch that progression, and the end result was so killer. And that picture that you did with the gas mask guy, it was stellar. So
thank you.
I would say, no, you didn't belabor it the way I would milk that bitch, right? Yeah. But yeah,
I can now hear you guys. Thank the
right on, Jazz.
So he's
Jazz,
leaving.
You fixed
Perfect.
your audio in record time, dude.
No, I had to close the door. God damn it.
So we got Diggs Figs here. I was in this science collaboration with him. And when he threw this shot up, when he threw this shot up in the group chat that we were in for this collab, shout out to Artistic Joker who put it together. this thing popped me so bad. Like I was like, holy shit. I don't do like comedic shots. Like I consider myself a funny guy and like outside of Instagram, but like it's not for me to do like in my photography skill set. I don't have the mindset of all the ideas I have. Yeah, I can never go that route. So when I see stuff like this, it pops me big time. And he nailed it to a T. Like for first looking at it, like holy shit, it's Beaker and fucking Deadpool. But everything that else went into it, like all the little pieces he's got, the Pizza Hut boxes, the pose on Deadpool looking into the Beaker. I guess where I don't know what that's called because somebody help me. Microscope. There you go. Just everything. Like he nailed this to a T. And this was like I told him too. Like this is literally my favorite shot of the collab. Everyone did a great job, but this thing, man, just it popped me big time.
Well, and I love Beaker just standing there, just like no real pose to him, but that expression just like. That's why I really, really wish I could have found one of those sets of those figures because I really want to do some stuff with Beaker. But
he just looks so taken aback, like what on
that's the look that I would have if I was standing there watching Deadpool look at a pizza through a microscope. I would just be that same look.
Yeah. Well, that the other thing I know, I seen my wife in the chat earlier. I actually call her Beaker. Like that's my nickname for her because of that. So you're welcome. I know you're in the chat somewhere. That's a little Easter egg there for her as well.
That's not going to bode well for you later in the bedroom.
It's all right. I'm not home right now. It's at the gym. I got some time before I get to ass beat. But again, Diggs Figs. This is a seller shot. Like I've already told you a million times over. This was my favorite shot from the collab. You nailed this.
From the props to the posing to the fun that just oozes out of it, right? Like you could almost see this in the Muppet Show, right?
100%.
Well, yeah, especially now that Deadpool's owned by Disney. Now you can do that crossover.
But you're breaking the fourth wall too, right? Like, yeah, maybe it could happen.
Yeah, no, it's actually the possibilities with Disney owning everything are just wicked. Like you could have Wolverine fighting Darth Vader. You know,
yeah. As long as you make Wolverine's claws lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be cool. That'd be so cool.
It's so 90s, man.
Oh my.
Right on. Oh, that's creeptastic.
That's really dope. Oh, I love the lighting.
Oh yeah, this is as you can see, and he's another Canadian, Ontario, Canada. All of Mansell. I'm really bad with names, so again, I'm reading it off a small little screen. But we know each other. All of his work is just every single piece is a friggin' banger, man. And I picked this shot. It's one of the ones I noticed that wasn't in like a collaboration, just like. He just kind of just threw up there. I'm not exactly sure what Pennywise figure it is. I know it's not the NECA, and I know it's not the Mezco.
Oh shit! Those are children's heads. Jesus.
Yeah. It did, like, man, everything he did with this, the lighting, the smoke, the bars, the children's heads, like that's a recipe for nightmares in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the close up that he did with it, the framing too of how Pennywise is just kind of centered off, so it's kind of like drawing you right into his face with the children's heads there. Like,
it's really well done. It's a picture where if you were looking at it in a dark room, you'd be a little bit creeped out.
Oh, it scare the shit out of you for sure, especially if you scared clowns. That would do you over. It looks like it's Hot Toys. Thank you, Toy Addict. I just seen that come up in.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It almost looks like real. Like,
yeah, exactly. And I think I haven't got it Hot Toys yet, and I think this one just sold me on it as well. Like,
dude, be careful, because like I'm in that. I'm there now, and I love the Star Wars Hot Toys stuff, but man, it's like for one figure you could get like 2 to 3 other 1/12 scale premium figures, right?
Yeah.
The prices on Hot Toys these days are insane. Like I remember when
Oh,
I bought the Christopher Reeve Superman when it first came out. This obviously very long time ago,
mhm.
and I think it ended up being $210. And at that time, I was like, "That's insane! I can't believe I'm paying this." And now that's like, you can't get a Hot Toys for $200.
Yeah, you can. Like some of the Star Wars ones are like 214, 250 and around there. And it's the more complex sets that go up in price. Like if they've got a really detailed painted diorama and stuff, then you're looking at like 350 to 450. And then once it gets past 450, it becomes sky's the limit, depending on what they've included with it, right?
Oh, because I saw the new pre-orders go up for like the stuff from the Ahsoka series, and I thought the cheapest one I saw was like 280.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those are a little bit more, but like I'm talking about what I've seen on the shelf in store. Because one thing I'm trying to avoid. Whoops.
Face plant. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I'm trying to avoid. I kicked the stand. Is doing any pre-order stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just off store shelves or Kijiji.
Okay.
Awesome. But yeah, back to Mansell here. I urge you, anybody here who hasn't been following him, please do yourself a favor and give this guy a follow. Like all of this work is just, again, is a banger after a banger after a banger.
Yeah. No, this is a great shot. And
It is. It's creepy.
yeah. I love it. All right. Do you want to see there's the next one.
Oh.
Nice. So this was another shot that I chose. I was in a collaboration with it lately with my boy Phantom Toyography. He's probably not going to see this until tomorrow. He's in Australia. He lives in Australia. But yeah, that's the same idea, man. When this guy, when Sean threw this up in the chat, it popped me big time. And Sean's been on like absolute tear as of lately. I've seen him really progress in the last, I'd say, 3 months or so. And he's, I don't know, I've told him this too in like a private chat. Sorry, buddy, but airing our laundry here. But I don't know what he's doing, but just keep it up, man. Because this shot is incredible. From the light above the grated door, I guess it looks like an actual light outside. The I don't know what he used for maybe that's like a atmospheric smoke or something that's got the illusion there on the left hand side, but the posturing, everything about this was just, it blew me away. This was and if not like my favorite shot from that collab as well. Again, everybody, they brought the heat, but like this one especially, like to somebody I consider a friend, like it popped me fucking big time.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that the way Michael Myers is kind of facing away from everything, you can't really see his face. You can't really see him.
Yeah.
Like, so clearly, it fits perfectly with the way the movies are shot.
Yeah, exactly. And you do get that sense of feel like from his height, because I know that's the Mezco Michael Myers. But still, the way they positioned him, the way he chose to pose her like that, with holding her up with the one arm, you really get a sense of feel of him just imposing figure and towering over him too.
Yeah.
And it even shows his strength, because she's not up against the wall, like she's in the air, right?
Yeah.
And her shadow's on the wall, right? So like it's to me it's a super menacing, like, what do? You turn the corner in an alley and you see this, like, Jesus Christ, right?
That dark, dingy alley feel to it, which I just absolutely love.
Yeah. The background is so well done. It just looks like actors doing a scene, or it looks like somebody actually being murdered in an alley.
That light is perfectly positioned. Like it looks so realistic the way they have it.
Legit.
Yeah, it makes the shot really eerie, man.
Yeah, man. That's what drew me into when I first seen this. I was like, holy shit! Like let me in on this. I need to do that. You know?
Yeah.
Awesome job, Sean.
Really, really good work there.
Okay, so I think this is my last pick. There is no better crossover than this. Like this freaking nuts, man. Same thing. Like when I seen Collectibles Not posted up, it popped me big time. Again, it's just that thing, man. Like it put the smile on your face. It's Ghostbusters and friggin' Haunter. You know, like probably the best ghost type Pokemon. I don't know in my books, anyways. Yeah, man. Like just the way Haunter's holding up. Is it Vankman? It's been a while since I watched Ghostbusters, and my wife's gonna kill me because she's all
I
about.
can't tell from those head sculpts.
I'll just say yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, just the way he's positioned him, like too, like holding him up like that, and Egon's got his friggin' PKE meter. Like it's just like it's out of the movie. It's hilarious. The lighting, everything, like it's insane.
Yeah, I like this.
The storytelling in this is great, and it reminds me of the scene in the original Ghostbusters where, Venkman first encounters Slimer, where he's like, he's looking at me, Ray, and then
exactly. No, I love this shot, man. Again, like every time, like even now, it's on my screen here, and just it puts a smile on your face. It's really well done.
And see, I love it. I didn't even know that was a Pokemon thing. I know nothing about Pokemon.
I knew it was a Pokemon, but I had no idea that it was. It being called Haunter makes it hilarious. But as an outsider, I agree with you. It was already hilarious, right?
Well, it's like it's a photo that you don't. I mean, you need to know the Ghostbusters for it to work. You don't need to know Pokemon for it to work. It's still just it just doesn't.
Yeah, it's so well done that it works whether you know the backstory or not.
Yeah.
Exactly. Awesome job, Collectibles, and that. Same thing. If you guys aren't following any of these guys, give each one of them a follow.
You picked a lot of good ones, man.
Yeah, great picks, man.
Thank you.
This is one of mine. It's just going to take me a minute for the screen to zoom in, but this was pretty cool, eh? Like with the lighting and everything, and just
is that the Joker mask from?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But it tells a whole story of something horrible having happened there, right? Like I just when I saw this picture, it just resonated with me, and so Altered VCION. A lot of their stuff has this same kind of atmosphere. Always great lighting and clever kind of setups that tell a story. This one, though, it just being close to Halloween and everything, it really stood out to me.
Yeah.
And so what I did with each of my picks is I emailed them some questions, and so I just posted the response here if they didn't get a chance to do it themselves. So their response was, "Hey man, thanks for the feature. They're using an old Nikon D60. I think that's what it says. Favorite line is the Joy Toy Warhammer, which are pretty sick, I gotta say. Looking forward to the new Black Series and McFarlane releases as well." And it says, sorry, Blitz, because we all know how Blitz hates on McFarlane, but all of us have like a little spot in our heart where we just can't ignore McFarlane for long, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
But yeah, I love the lighting in this shot and the way the dial is set up. Like it almost looks like they just had a mask and threw it in front of a door and took a picture, but you know that this is complete 1/12 scale built up to look like the shot, which makes it
one of the things that I like
incredible.
about this is I like the subtlety of everything. There's that subtle bit of a mist in the air, but what I really like is the storytelling. Like, say my first when I look at this is that there's something bad happening in that building. There was somebody walking by with that mask, and they got yanked into that building, and now they're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, it does a great job of being ominous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Exactly.
And that so it stuck to me like cheesy fries, you know. Like I had to pick this one. Right.
I do think the lighting on the inside of the building really gives off that eerie vibe too.
Yes.
That you were.
Yeah.
You were
It creates depth
dude.
just through light. The light alone being so different from the foreground creates a background, right? And it generates that depth.
Well, and almost because of how warm the light is coming through there, it's almost like the light of a fire. And for it to be that bright, there's got to be a lot
Right.
of fire happening.
Wow. Yeah. It's funny, eh? The more you look at it, the more you can see.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of, and I think, Will, it was you that mentioned the subtlety.
Hmm.
There's a lot to it, right? A lot of deep, like just kind of almost very carefully placed to look like it wasn't carefully placed.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
I think
an
we can
art.
all agree is quite a thing, because I think
Yep.
we all struggle with that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a hard
it's,
thing to pull off for sure.
Yeah, because even when you try and sprinkle shit into a scene, somehow it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
You know? So you sprinkle it like 30 times. But
You have to do it accidentally on purpose.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, no, I love this shot a lot. Okay, let's check out the next artist, please. And I apologize, it's going to take me about, again, 8 seconds. So if you guys want to take some observations, and then I'll zoom in and read the artist response.
Oh, this is
Jazz,
a
why don't
man
you take
after
the
my
lead on this one?
own heart. Oh,
Actually,
so
when I
good.
picked this one,
I
was
love that
thinking about
figure
you
so
boys.
much.
I know how much you love Nightwing. Right. Okay.
Oh.
So this so Diaz.v, I really dig, like, all of their stuff has this vibe to it, right? And but they're not stuck on any, like, they use a lot of different type of characters and everything. But I really liked the energy in this. The I don't, like, you can see movement in it, even though he's just standing there, but he looks threatening in the kind of way, like whoever he's looking at, they're totally realizing how badly they just fucked up, right? Like there's, and the depth with the city in behind it, the way they've done the side lighting, it's to me it's really expertly done, and it looks so real.
So I'm probably going to show my age here. Jeff, you might be able to back me up on this, but one of the first things I thought of when I saw, not necessarily the figure itself, but the background lighting with those like quasi neon, quasi pastel colors, was Miami Vice.
Oh my God. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Dude,
Yeah.
I did the t-shirt and bright crappy jacket thing with like those pants and the slip-on shoes. Like I was Johnny, thought he was cool. Right.
Yeah. So, and I mean that as a compliment, because I absolutely loved Miami Vice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it just it gives off that vibe without, like, you know, it obviously doesn't look like it was shot from the 80s, but it's got that kind of feel.
Man. Thank you for putting that, because there is something, I felt like there was like an extra cool vibe to it, and I realized now it's my Miami Vice roots are kicking in, right?
This is actually like very reminiscent of the current Nightwing run, because there's a lot of those vibrant colors, very like Miami Vice.
Oh,
like
okay.
The purples and the blues. If you're not reading Nightwing right now, it is the greatest comic book that's coming out right now from DC.
Really?
Wow, that's a review. Okay.
Yeah, it's so good. And it has this kind of lighting when it's nighttime. So you have those purples, you have those blues, you have like the little bit of like the whites, but you still have Nightwing popping from the pages and Batgirl popping from the pages. It's fucking phenomenal. This is like straight out of the comic. It's so good. So good.
I was just gonna say, it has a really big comic book feel to it.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, it does. It totally looks like the splash page when you open the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There should be the credits of like the writer and the artist and all that down by his left foot kind of thing. And
totally.
It does look like the first panel that you start with.
Okay, so I can. I'm just going to read off his response to my questions. They're using camera Fujifilm. His current favorite line is the Amazing Yamaguchi, and they're looking forward to the Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man 2.0.
Because they're re-releasing that, right?
It looks really nice.
That's what I took from the 2.0. But I usually end up getting surprised by some releases because I don't follow it too closely until I go.
No, because they already released the 2.0, but they said, like, Yamaguchi said that they're re-releasing it at some point this year or like next year. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, I thought I saw a new one come out. Yeah.
my bank account is going to be empty.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the next wonderful artist. This here.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
that's got to be
everything-
Hot Toys. That's got to be
Yeah.
Hot Toys.
Has to
You
be.
know what?
Has to
This is somebody I started following recently as part of my Hot Toys obsession. A lot of their photos are Hot Toys, and I fucking love the lighting and everything that this guy utilizes. He really and I'm saying I don't, so I'm saying I'll say they really do a great job with lighting and the decisions on pose and everything. So I really dig their work, and so it was easy to pick this one. They've got a little blurb here. So thanks for picking me. I just used my Motorola phone and 4 to 5 Ulanzi lights. I guess I'm
Another
into
phone
Hot
bro.
Toys. Yeah, but honestly, like that is like proof to what I think we've all said, right? Like, even without the Ulanzi lights, if you've got your phone, ambient light, and a flashlight, even you've got all the tools you need to do a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
So okay, I'll keep reading here. I guess he's into Hot Toys and Sideshow at the moment. Looking forward to the black suit Spider-Man from the game, and hopefully a cool Wolverine Hot Toy from Deadpool 3. So I gotta say, I myself will look to avoid any superhero Hot Toys because I feel like that'll turn my Mezco shelf into a Hot Toy shelf, and
Yeah.
only at like a quarter of the pace, right? But again, so what do you guys think about this though? Like,
This is it. I mean, I would, if you told me that this was like a real person, I'd believe you. Absolutely.
Right?
It's so,
I'm gonna
so
say,
good.
at first glance, I would have thought this was a cosplayer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
follow Toy Master as well. All of his work is this quality. Each and
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And yet, and like, I started following him from actually him being featured on the Pic Bar. And at the time, he only had like, I don't know, a few hundred followers. And I was like, what? Like, somebody doing work like that is only got a couple hundred followers. Same thing, man. Like, he brings this much detail and work each and every time. Every shot is like this quality.
Yeah, no, I feel like every time his stuff pops up on my scrolling on my feed, I feel like it's a treat, right? I'm like, oh fuck, really, another one, you know? Like it's I really dig his work.
Jeff, you're 2 for 3 for some of my favorite characters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. All right,
maybe I
like
was channeling you, buddy. You know, maybe I was channeling you.
that.
I
I've
have
been
my chance
tempted
on
to
it.
buy this Darth Maul.
All right, let's see the next artist, please. Oh, this is gold. I fucking love this.
Totally.
And the caption for it is why do I have to be in the thing? And Batman goes, because you're the alien, right?
Oh my god!
And also he did it using my the characters I will always love, the DKR Mathex figures, right? And then with it looks like a Hot Toys egg thing. So everything I dig. But yeah, I really thought this was hilarious, and everything that this guy does. I'm in a chat group with him as well. Is really creative and fun. So it's always good to see his work come up. And this, I just had to pick it because it's so hilarious. So they've responded here, saying, "Hey everyone, I'm very honored to be featured on the Pic Bar tonight. That's so freaking awesome, right? That's I know that feeling. This was part of a Mandalorian crossover challenge. I thought it would be funny to have Superman being Grogu and Batman being Mando. Superman asks, why just because he's an alien and he has to be in the stroller, and Batman says, this is the way." Right? So far as tools, it's a Sony A7 III usually for most photos that I take. Occasionally he uses his iPhone. This one was with the Sony, and I shot it outdoors with a piece of white paper to bounce some light back. Currently, my favorite line to shoot has been Mezco Toys. But I will shoot anything I think looks amazing. I have more McFarlane toys than anything else. Guilty pleasure of us all. Right? But I will shoot anything that looks amazing and that I can afford. Right. And so honestly, I think that's we're all kind of like that, right? Like we have our lines we dig, but if you can see a photo with something, you're gonna grab it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think there's a little bit more there. Or maybe not. Oh, okay. So also you give some props to so at collected it, so Hasbro Pulse and at NECA, I think so many companies are putting out so many great things right now that it's hard to collect everything. It makes it very difficult to choose. I also wanted to say that I know a few people take amazing photos with just their phones. And they shout out to TMNT _1987 _. So anyone is just starting out, don't feel like you need to go out and get the best lights or camera. Just use whatever you have available, and you can still produce amazing photos, which is something we've all said, right?
Absolutely true.
Preach, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so all these.
This is wicked, right? Like,
Yeah.
The fact that he did it outside too, and still managed to get like really, really good lighting on that.
Yeah, the piece of paper worked really well, like bouncing the light. That's awesome.
Yeah, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I gotta say, doing outdoor shoots are among my favorite things, because especially when the sun is bright, because it all you have to do is worry about filling the light, and so that was
Just
really
not
great using a
just
piece
not
of
in
paper.
minus 30 weather. That's the thing.
Yeah, Jazz and I.
I don't know, man.
Do
Do you guys remember last year when I just piled snow on my patio and built a Hoth diorama to take photos in?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do remember parts of that. I don't remember it clearly, but I do remember it. It's all about using your environment, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish I had that kind of access to the outdoors during that kind of time.
Just put your boots on, dude. You always do.
I'm not walking. No,
we ain't doing it from our couches. You know?
No. No.
I go for a hike, man. Even in the winter, I take a walking stick with. Well, Jazz, you know the trail, right? We went together, buddy. It's but yeah. So back to the artist, though. I thought this was really clever, and it gave me such a chuckle. You know?
Yeah.
it speaks to that kind of rivalry between these two, right? So it was, I thought it was clever and fun. Can we see the next artist, please? Okay. Oh yes. Simon. I you know what, I've been in a Mezco group with this guy for a long time, and his photos always have a crispness, a cleanness to them. Also, he's got a great sense of humor. So I appreciate everything Simon puts out. He's really always been entertaining, and he's such a great guy. I've bought a few figures off of him as well. So solid dude. But this picture it speaks to his skill, right? Like, look at there's like just a lot of subtle menace going on there with the Hulk.
I really like the pink lighting in the back there. It really makes the figure pop. Like just that little backlighting it gives them.
Right?
Yeah.
What a cool decision. What a cool
I was just going to
decision.
say that the contrast between the pink and the orange, I was going to say vest. I guess it used to be a shirt, but the contrast between those two colors, it's a very interesting contrast because obviously you don't see pink and orange together too often, so it helps kind of give it a bit of a pop.
It does, and it is so true. It does such a great job of creating that separation of the figure from the background, along with the side light that he's shone in there to finish it off at the arm. But the color choice on that window, like that blows me away, and it adds like a cartoony awesome to it, but it also serves to separate the figure from the background. Like, I just love it.
And the smoke coming in too on the side. I don't know if it's practical or not, but it looks great.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's
I
really
am.
nice.
I am 95% sure it was practical. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen Simon Toast's work, this is just one example, and all different lines and ranging from awesome to hilarious, right? So I'd recommend giving him a follow, along with all the other folks I've picked. Now he's also responded. He's saying, "Thank you. I use a Sony Alpha 6000 and mostly a Sigma 56 millimeter 1.4 lens. Currently, I'm loving the Death gas station line. I've always liked them, but I've gotten several in the past few weeks, so they're on his mind." And he's really excited about Batham, Batman
Bathroom
Gotham
by Gaslight.
I hope the
Bathroom by Gotham. Jesus.
But yeah, so I tend to get verbal diarrhea. So what do you guys think about this?
I think it's phenomenal. I love it. It's got like you said, it's got like that cartoony feel, comic book feel to it. The depth he's got too, going on with that background, it does create a bit of distance behind him. The side light, I'm really digging the side light he chose, especially with the opening like that, the smoke coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I really like about it, it's got actually we know what we were talking about this in our group chat just last week about the quiet moments kind of thing. Normally when you see a Hulk photo, he's like raging out or smashing something. Just the way he's kind of just like turning towards the camera, it adds that kind of implied violence to happen as opposed to violence actually happening. So I like that kind of this, not quite Hulk at rest, but kind of like, he's not in the middle of smashing something. He's not in the middle of, caving someone's skull in. He's taking a breather before caving somebody's skull in.
I think also, like you point out, like I think he made the right choice using Grey Hulk. I think that's a perfect choice as opposed to any other version.
The
it
contrast
makes
with
the picture more of a standout, right?
Yeah.
The contrast with the gray and the pink, like as it gets further to the right side of the screen, it looks more purple. So it's like it's very reminiscent of like that. Oh, it's supposed to be like purple pants, right? Because Hulk.
Oh, good observation. That's cool. I didn't even think that or notice it, but now that you pointed out, that's really cool.
That's really well done. God damn. Yeah, this should be a comic book cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The figure,
Adam,
it looks like
just stop
HD.
talking, man. You're taking over the whole show.
I was gonna say the figure looks like HD too. Like he's just like really super crisp the way that's like done.
Right?
Yeah. He like almost pops out of the background, like the way that works. I really like it.
Yeah.
And I like how he posed that arm too. It's just the subtle posing that he did there. You nailed it. It's really good.
He's holding something in his hand too, right?
Yeah,
He is. I think he is. I can't zoom in because I'm on a PC.
It looks like he's got the tail of the shirt, like he's gonna pull it off of himself, kind of like time to get serious.
His right hand. The hand by his knee.
Oh, by his knee? Oh. I know it looks like a piece of rubble he's about to throw at someone.
Yeah.
There you go.
This has a lot of layers, man. This is really, really well done.
Yeah. I find all of his work is like this. There's always a lot of deep thought and consideration.
Wow,
he actually got to the what was it, the Slugfest figure. He was able to do an early photo shoot with it, so he got hooked up with the figure.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's a lucky duck buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty awesome, eh? All right.
This is me. I'm up.
Right on.
All right.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I thought you guys might like this one. So this one, I think, you guys probably realize just by looking at it why I chose this one. Just that cinematic lighting. he's literally just standing there. But because of that lighting, that especially that like kind of side / low lighting coming up there on his flank there, it looks like honestly, this looks like it could be a movie poster.
It straight up looks like a painting. It is so well lit,
painting. That's what I was
and it's not from Photoshop. It is from skill at the lens and with everything they did in the scene.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah,
that's so well done.
I love it.
Holy hell, man! That looks like a poster I'd want to have on my wall.
Dude, it's the lighting that comes out from that side there really accents a lot of the different accessories that are there on him.
Yeah.
Like you see the throwing knives on his left side, then you see the jade rings on the right side there. Yeah. That's really cool.
Honestly,
smoke effect creates a really nice
I'm not kidding.
Too.
That's a wicked. I would have that on my wall.
Yeah, that's really
you hear that fun pick? You got to print some stuff out and sell it to Jeff. So yeah, he shoots with a Canon EOS 2000, and he actually. Oh yes, that's right. He shoots a lot of G.I. Joe Classified as well, so fits right in with our group.
Now I can zoom in and read it. Like, did you want me to, or are you okay?
No, that's okay. Those are the main things. I just picked out the main things in his comment there. So,
right on.
But this is that Blade Master Wang.
I'm considering buying it.
Yeah, this shot sold it to me. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to do that because if they make more.
Oh, they're already making more. They've already announced 2 more in the line, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they have. I've been eyeballing them this whole time.
Sounds like decision made, buddy boy.
Yeah.
No.
All right, what do we got next? Oh yeah, okay. So Plastic Platorium. He was in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if he still is. If he's still there. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he is still here. So enjoy your moment in the sun, my friend.
Right on, dude.
So Plastic Platorium, he's actually one of the few people in the toy photography world who I've actually met in person. Turns out he works like a 10-minute drive from my house.
No way.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this is, he got some of the, I think it was at Toy Snowman in Montreal. He picked up a couple of the Cosmic Legion stuff.
No way.
And
they have a ton of them there, actually. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
so you face planted again, Jeff. There you go.
Yeah.
So this one, okay, so the first thing I thought of when I saw this is that where the angle that he used, I have no idea whether he intended all this. I didn't talk to him about it. The angle that he used, where it's like slightly above the, I can't remember what this thing's called. I'm going to call him Bugman. Slightly above Bugman's eye line, it looked to me like it's a shot from a surveillance camera. And someone is sitting in a control room. This thing shows up on their surveillance camera, and they just fill their pants.
Yes.
Oh, I see that.
Because if you look in the background, again, I can't tell where this is intentional. It looks like melted. I'm pointing. You can't see what I'm pointing at. Jesus Christ. It looks like melted and damaged hull plating. Like this guy has broken into this ship.
Yeah.
And so someone is watching this on their surveillance camera and trying to figure out where the nearest escape pod is.
Oh, and you can actually, the music choice was Seek and Destroy, so that totally lines
Okay,
up.
well, there you go.
Yeah, that is wicked. Yeah, there is a security camera feel to it, and they're kind of like, holy fuck, this guy just came in for our wall.
Yeah, and the way it's lit, it almost looks like main power has failed and the emergency lighting is coming on.
Oh yeah. I really want to know how he did that wall effect. That looks really cool. It definitely looks like he's breaking through. Like it's like oozing
almost
or
like
something.
wax or something.
Yeah, wax maybe, or like glue. I don't know, like hot glue maybe.
I don't know.
Is that silly string?
The genius comment.
I don't know. He's in the chat right now. So
Brother,
Plastic Platorium, explain how you did that wall thing.
It's going to take him 8 seconds to hear us say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so everybody just sit here for 8 seconds.
Instantaneous. So like when you guys are going, ooh, I'm sitting there going, come on, show up on my iPad.
Okay.
I have a delay on my monitor as well.
Oh. Yeah, that inside his
I really like
computer?
the posing as well, right? Like it's almost like a confident, casual. He's not threatened in the least, even though he's just breached into like an alien territory.
Did he shoot that in his computer?
That's a good question. I don't know. He has access to a lot of like industrial type stuff through his job, so I don't know whether this is something he cobbled together or whether it's just an existing thing that he stuck the figure in.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it's goddamn amazing.
Yeah, that looks really well done. It reminds me of the shot that Adam did for our Splinter Cell collaboration.
Most of it is glue.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Nice. That's so cool.
So
man.
now with our 8-second response, I have a follow-up. Is that hot glue?
Yeah, and yes, he says that all the stuff to build it is scrap from work. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's so creative, eh?
That's really well done, man.
Building something like that.
Yeah. I really like the grid, like the floor, and like how
so clever, right?
the warm light kind of comes in on the left side of the grid, and then it like meets the it's so good. I love the flooring's awesome, man. I think it's my favorite part.
I like the flooring and the sidewall with the white light shining through as well. It's kind of got the feel as well. The grid.
Yeah.
And again, because that generates that
the backing
depth, right?
of my old work monitor.
I
it is your computer.
That depth, like with the foreground and background, adds the realism.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jazz, I didn't mean to cut you off there, bro.
No, it's okay.
Well, go for it. I apologize.
No, it's okay. No, it was his computer because he said that.
I smoked a joint and I'm drinking pints, and so I might talk.
It's the backing of his old work monitor. That's really good. That's really well done.
Yeah, it's super clever. I love it.
Yeah, I'm considering getting these Cosmic Legions now.
Don't go down that rabbit hole, man.
I keep looking at them. They've got them all at Heroes World, eh?
Yeah.
Heroes World has.
Don't remind me, Jeff.
They would look really good fighting some Joes.
You know what?
That's a good matchup, actually.
Well, yeah, but then you can't have just one.
Oh, yeah, I know. I need like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And
that's the problem. They're like what, $70 a piece? Like.
Yeah. I can't. No, I can't.
All right, you know what? Let's move on to the next picture before we all place an order.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jurassic Junkie. Okay, so 2 reasons why I wanted to choose this one. 1, it's just really cool. But 2, Jurassic Junkie, they had a really, really good, really extensive Instagram account called the Jurassic Park Compound that Instagram got pissy for some reason and they lost access to it. So they're completely rebuilding their entire Instagram profile under the Jurassic Junkie. Yeah, Instagram. Anyways, so really cool shot. This is from a series. You can see this is slide 1 of 10. I just wanted to show the first one because this was my favorite shot in the series. It's actually a series, so there are 10 shots in this post. There are some shots. I think there are now 3 posts with multiple photos in it, and it's basically like telling the story of essentially a Dino Crisis type situation in like the Jurassic Park world. So you've got these are all these are 1/18 scale, I believe.
I see why you like it though, buddy.
Well,
this is
yeah,
right up your
shocking. I picked one with a dinosaur.
I just want to say, who was it saying? Great to see a Canadian. Sathiam, we're all Canadian, man. Just so you know.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're in
Hell
Toronto, if you're in Toronto, hit us up. You can join the ToronToynians as a member if you want, man. Sorry, didn't mean to disrupt, guys.
That's okay. And actually, that reminds me, I keep forgetting to invite Plastic Platorium as well because he's in Hamilton.
Yeah, if you're in the GTA or like in around Southern Ontario, like let's connect, man. We've got a very active chat, and we're all supportive. There's no toxic energy. Sometimes Jazz will go off about some shit, but we all just know that's Jazz and we love him.
So anyway, yeah. So the Jurassic Junkie shot. So like I love the sense of, aside from the fact that I just love dinosaurs. I love the sense of motion here with the woman kind of like stepping back as the raptor pops out between these two things, and the lighting in the two pods. I don't know whether you can tell or not, depending on how big your screen is. But
I've zoomed in, and
there's skeletons. There's dinosaur skeletons in each of those tubes.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
see
so
them now.
dope,
And
dude.
like the
This-
lighting in them makes it look
it
like
is
they're like
straight-
powered.
I'm bursting. I gotta say, like, this looks like a freeze frame from a movie I haven't seen, but I fucking wish I had.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't mean to gush, but this is perfection.
Yeah.
The lighting, everything. It is literal
Set
perfection
design,
down
too.
to the last little tiny detail. I don't know. Kudos, man. Like, this is
I would
incredible.
strongly recommend you check out the account and go through the story panels, because it's really fun. Like, they're great photos. They're absolutely fantastic photos, but they're also really fun. Like, it's just like you go through it and you're like, this is cool. Every slide you're like, this is cool. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying myself. And I mean, really, that's what we're all trying to do, right?
This is like top tier set design. Everything about that, like, the lighting is all positioned perfectly. The way that he's kind of got like the different textures, like I think that's like I don't know, like a metal barrel or something in front of the beam there. It's just really good. Everything nails it, and it's the way that it makes the two subjects pop. Like, the dinosaur looks really good with all that texture in the back. I don't even know what that is. It's like a grate or something. It's just, oh wow.
Yeah.
I love everything about this. Posing
This
is also
stuff-
really amazing.
This stuff from this account, well, and the previous account that got nuked, every time I look at it, I was thinking, damn, I should get into 1/18th. But then I remember, no, I'm
it's
spending too
very-
much money already. So
But the other side of that coin, though, is if there's a lot of 1/18th out there, you could go all in, sell your other stuff to finance getting into that. And it's smaller.
Yeah.
It's smaller, so you got more space for more.
and the thing is, basically all my dinosaurs are already 1/18 scale.
Right. So you're already in there. But, like, come on.
You're halfway there, buddy.
From you too.
Stop helping, guys.
Hey, one thing we enable each other. And
Yeah.
you do some very realistic dino shots, brother.
Thank you.
And if you had access to these tools here,
Yeah.
I'd be very excited to see what you produce.
Well, thank you. Oh, you know what? Speaking of tools, this Jurassic Junkie was saying shoots everything on an iPhone 14 Pro. So
Wow.
Nice.
again,
Shit.
you don't need your $700 camera to do stuff like this. All
No,
you need.
just your $1,500 iPhone.
Okay, I will concede the
That's a
point.
huge jab. Huge
Yeah.
jab. Love it.
All right, what do we got next? Oh, another dinosaur. Shocking. Okay,
I'm shocked.
I know, right? So, okay. You guys know I love outdoor shots. You know I love dinosaur shots.
Mhm.
You know I love what I call the quiet shots.
Yeah.
So I give you this. So this, okay.
Dino ass.
My first, yeah, exactly. It's a big juicy.
Dino ass.
So my first thought when I saw this was, this looks exactly like the kind of shots you see from people who have gone on safari and there's an elephant walking by and they lean out of the safari jeep and take a picture as the elephant walks by. So like, I saw this and it was like, this is someone leaning out of a truck as they drive
Totally.
by this. I'm not sure whether this is an Apatosaurus. I should have looked that up. I believe it is. Anyways, they're just taking a picture as they drive by, and it just the natural light for this type of situation. The natural light just really makes it work from a realism standpoint, because one of the hardest things about doing photography for toy dinosaurs is scale. Well, there's another problem, is grass. So scale, obviously, you got to make sure there's nothing in the frame that will make your dinosaur look like a toy. Otherwise, it ruins the thing. The other thing is grass, because grass evolved after dinosaurs went extinct. So you've got to frame it so that you don't have any grass, but that you also don't have anything in the frame that diminishes the scale of your dinosaur. And this manages to accomplish both of those things, while also having that added realism of not being a perfect shot of the animal. You know what I mean?
That's actually what I love about it. The amount of planning it took to make it look unplanned.
Exactly.
Like,
We were saying about the other
beautiful.
shot with the mask. You know, it has to be accidentally on purpose.
Yeah. This captures that, and the choice of location for the trees in the background, that forced perspective, is chef's choice to use Jazz's emoji, which I freaking love when he uses it, right?
Chef's kiss.
Like when Jazz uses the chef's kiss, you know you've done some shit really good.
It's so good. It is really well done.
All right,
Mike. Shh.
Oh, okay. Very excited about this one. Okay, so
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a bit of a backstory on this. So, so this was from Andy Graves Photography. I actually discovered this photographer first as a cosplayer. She has Andy Graves cosplay, which I followed for ages because she did. I can't even remember how I discovered it, but she had a fantastic cosplay of Vasquez from Aliens.
Oh no!
She does a ton of Resident Evil content as well, which is really good. So you should also check out her cosplay account, which is just andygraves.cosplay. Anyways, a little while ago, she posted a photo. I think actually I shared it in our group chat of a skeleton toy on like this rickety old dock that she had built. And she had said at that time she wanted to try more action figure photography, and then she posted a series of Predator shots. And I mean,
magic.
Like she's a really good photographer. She does a lot of cosplay photography as well, which is what I probably about 80% of the stuff on her photography page is right now. But like this,
the posing is excellent. She has a total understanding of how the human body moves. Right?
Oh yeah.
That's just perfect.
You can see her skills at shooting people really shine through in this. I honestly, it's hard. Like, I mean, I just, you guys have to tell me, right? Like that it's a toy, because I wouldn't have been able to tell.
Yeah.
It looks for sure looks just like right out of the movie, honestly. Wow.
Yeah. One of the things that I really liked about this, there were 3 different Predator shots of hers that I was considering to be the feature one. I picked this one because it's the least clear in terms of being able to see the Predator's body. It's got the deep shadows, it's got the mist, and I just felt that really kind of encapsulated the character of the Predator, because you can mostly see him but sort of can't, and that's kind of the Predator's whole thing.
That's what I really love, the execution. Seriously, that is a thing. You've picked some really wicked shots, but
yeah, she sent me some details. Hold on a second. So she's shooting for her toy photography. She uses a Nikon D7500. She uses for lighting. She uses flashlights, lanterns, and LED light blocks. Sometimes uses TVs and computer monitors for backgrounds, which I think some of you guys have tried that too. Yeah. And she uses atmosphere aerosol for the smoke effect, the fog effect, like I've done several times. And by several times, I mean almost constantly, to the point where I'm almost out.
Heroes World, they'll hook you up.
Yeah, she says, toy photography is super fun because it's pure creative expression. You can really get into the zone and flow. Since rarely anyone else is involved, no need to communicate or talk out poses with your toys. You just move things and adjust and really delve into the creative process with no interruption, which is true. Awesome. Yeah, and she also loves diorama building, which I can totally get on board with. So she's it's fun finding materials that work at such a small scale without breaking the immersion, kind of like what we were just saying about the dinosaur shot. And she's like I said, she's used to making cosplays, which, as she says, I'm used to making cosplays which can take up an entire room. Building miniature things for a diorama takes up way less space, which is absolute true.
But then you get to the point we're at where even that's too much.
Yeah, that's right. Then you get too many dioramas. Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
love like
lighting
the
of
little
shot is really well done.
you know that tree that he's holding on to. Like I feel like that's just like I don't even, I love how she's done that. Like with the sort of the leaves that are kind of alive. Like it just looks. I don't know. It just really adds to the realism. Like it's just like
It's
that
just
little
so
subtle
clever.
stuff that she's done there. So
Yeah,
good.
the scenery is very minimal, but what's there is extremely effective.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the white in the background creates an illusion of whether or not it's like is the stuff around the border the tree and then you see out into the water, or is it actually mist?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
really well done. That's so like
The other thing that's blowing my mind right now is the more I look at it, you don't see any, just the way the figure is posed and the lighting that she used, you don't see any seams or joints in the figure itself, which also adds to the realism of it, which is very well thought of.
Yeah, and I mean we've said this many times about many photos, but I mean it's true here too. It just looks like a movie still.
Yeah,
100%.
literally.
Totally, man.
this is so well done. Holy shit.
No, it's got me itching to grab my Predator and do some food.
I was thinking the same thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
Oh, it's me. Oh, yeah, that's
Whoa, I can't
That's
see
my-
a big size yet, but it looks pretty amazing.
that's my buddy posing plastic. He posted this actually a while ago, but I found it fitting because yesterday was Halloween. And I wanted to find as many shots of the Batman that I could. So this is one of them.
Right on.
It's like very reminiscent of that scene in the Iceberg Lounge.
I was
he's
just gonna
going
say
to-
in Penguin's
Yeah.
Club because I couldn't remember the name of the place.
This
where
is,
he's
it's so clever. That orange light in the background, like there's a whole story there, and it's just
Mhm.
centered.
Well, it
What a-
matches that lighting from that scene too, because there's a lot
Yeah.
of reds, there's a lot of orange, there's a lot of warm lights, right?
That's
So
true.
like, he added all of that to make it feel like it's from the movie. Really well done, dude. Like
Which figure is this?
this
Like,
is
which Batman?
oh, it was a custom that came out I think last year. That's like a Mezco style.
Oh, wow.
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, it's very very
Really,
well done.
really
Rob's
nice.
early next
Holy.
year.
Yeah, because all the armor pieces are actually like they're not cloth, they're plastic, but then the body, the shirt and the pants are obviously all soft goods. Same with the cape, so it's really really well done. I was considering ordering it, but it was like an insane amount just to get it over here. It was like
Fair enough. Yeah.
$400.
I love that
I
head
think.
sculpt too.
Yeah,
How much?
I think it was 400.
Oh, okay.
I was very close to actually dropping that on there because you get the Batman figure, you get like 4 or 5 different head sculpts, you get like a ton of hands, you get a ton of accessories, and then you get the first victim in the Batman.
Oh, really? You get the victim.
in the
That's really
chair.
fun.
Yeah, in the chair. So it's like his face is all taped up and stuff, and it says "No
Oh,
more
man.
lies."
That's
Yeah, it's
pretty cool.
really sick. Yeah, really, really sick. So it was like, do I? Don't I? No, I can't. I can't do it, man. I can't justify that.
Yeah, that
But
would
yeah,
be a
really
tough
well
one.
done, man.
Yeah.
That's a great picture.
Yeah,
Really good
the
framing.
kind of again, you know what, like almost like the Hulk. I mean, a little bit
Yeah.
more violence in progress than the Hulk, but kind of like the same thing. Like you're about to see violence. You're not seeing it yet, but you're about to.
Yeah.
Yes. So well
Just the
done.
posing,
Love it.
everything about it. It communicates
Mhm.
the energy of the scene perfectly, and the depth with that orange in the background, and then just the way it's. I just think this is a beautiful shot.
It's you can
Art-
feel the
it's
hyper
artsy.
aggression. You can feel the hyper aggression from
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
Batman, because even like look at the guy's left hand. You could see that he's like almost veering backwards from Batman.
Yes.
So so good, so well done. You move on to that next one. Oh wow, another Batman shot.
Oh,
How
this is really
surprising.
cool. Wow.
If it's not Nightwing.
It's Batman,
Daredevil.
yeah. Or Daredevil, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
again, I wanted to pick another shot of the Batman because of Halloween.
Yeah.
And you don't really see this a lot. Is like my friend had mentioned this when we were watching or rewatching the Batman. Was she said, "Oh, you don't see you don't really see Batman saving people, and that's what's really important in a superhero movie." So it was just like, oh yeah, no, that's cool. And this is like again very reminiscent of that scene where he goes to help all the people that are trapped under the rubble and like,
Yeah.
leading them out to safety. It was so cool, so well done.
The lighting on this
like
is spot on.
Yeah, the effect on the flare, oh, so good.
Now,
Dude,
do you know, is that rain effect, is that a practical effect or was that done in post?
that's probably done in post. It looks like post.
Yeah,
because if you look at the ground,
it's post.
Okay.
Yeah. The ground is definitely wet. It's just the figure
Yeah.
it's not actually raining.
You know what would have really helped to confuse us is if there were the splatters on the ground too.
Yeah.
Because then, and if it was done with just the, you know the difference between, hey, I drew it and subtle enough that it looks real. Like if that was done in the splatters, it would be really hard to detect.
Yeah.
You can kind of see that on the bottom right side of the screen. Where
that's why I was asking, because it does look like there are some small splashes happening down, in that bottom right corner.
Yeah. But then, like, right at his feet, it doesn't look like it. But it does, like, it still looks like he's being rained on, and it still looks like it is raining.
Or it could literally be practical, but because of the speed of the film or the speed of the exposure, it doesn't really show up the same way.
I'm trying to figure out the flare that he's holding. That looks. It's a really
might be an LED.
Yeah, like it kind of looks like
one of those.
I'm getting that idea
ones,
too.
Right?
Yeah, one of those little ones, like the one you gave me for the Batwing, like the tiny one.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. I think it might.
What I'm also thinking is that it could actually be the flare accessory, and then he used a red light to come down to have that flare.
Is does the flare accessory that come with him? Does it have like a translucent tip or something for the flare? Because it could, if that's the case, it could be using
I'm not sure yet. I haven't.
Laser pointer.
I haven't gotten mine yet. So
because I know, like for the translucent, like firing effects for like the G.I. Joe classified guns, if you shoot them with a laser pointer, they basically light up. So if you have a laser pointer pointed at them from off camera, they actually light up. So I'm wondering whether that is how he achieved that effect.
That's a really cool idea. I gotta try
now
that.
I feel like I gotta go buy a laser pointer.
Yeah.
Go to Dollarama.
Everybody had a laser pointer?
I got 2 at Dollarama for $4. So
nice. I've done something similar to light up the gun effects where I put a ring light underneath the people who are shooting.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's facing to light that's facing towards the shooter.
Yeah.
That way the effect of the light, of the muzzle flash, is on them as well.
Yeah. I'm eventually planning to do that. You know that deluxe Black Series Boba Fett they came out with a couple of years ago, where he's got that huge flamethrower effect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm eventually, when I have time, I'm going to do a shoot with that and light up that flame with the laser pointer and see if I can get that to work. So.
Well, that's a great idea. That's awesome.
That's so well done. But yeah, Gen 10 Figs, so well done. He uses an iPhone 13 Max, Pro Max. Oh my god, and he loves the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. Everybody loves that line. You take great pictures with just your phone. Everybody does.
Yep.
It's like the majority of our group does. So.
Yep.
I think you're okay. But yeah, man, really well done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like this one. Again, almost like a movie poster.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
You know
It's
what?
just missing the graphics, right? Like,
Yeah.
it would be a
Now that
sellable movie poster, totally.
now that you say it, Dave, there's that one Batman movie poster where it's raining and it's just him walking, but the background is red and you just see his silhouette.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's almost this.
Yeah.
It's almost like this is the negative of that.
Yeah, that's good. Good eye on that, Dave. Really, really. Oh man, I like that picture even more.
I'm right every time, 60% of the time.
Is this yeah, Alberto Morales was saying laser pointer and some digital editing.
Yeah, very likely.
Oh, probably, yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh no. Ooh, yeah, Cap. So I love Cap. I love Bucky. This was probably one of my favorite scenes in the Winter Soldier was the highway scene. So just like, yeah, like capturing that essence of the scene was just like
Great
so well
motion in
done,
this.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the boxes like behind Cap there that are falling. That really helps create motion. That's really cool.
Yeah, like it feels like a very chaotic chase scene.
Yes.
And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
and that's definitely the point of this, considering that Bucky is just like a ball in a china shop and Cap is like super precise. It's just like seeing that. Oh, so well done. And I think that's the Noda Captain America.
I was gonna say, what scale are these? Are these 1/12 or are they Hot
Yeah,
Toys scale?
these are 112 because
Okay.
Wow.
the Cap is the Noda man Cap, and then that Bucky is the latest MCU Bucky that they released.
Oh yeah, you know
from
what?
the
Now that I'm
Falcon
looking
Winter
at it,
Soldier.
I can see the hip joints. Yeah.
Yeah. But like so well done, man. I'm probably gonna rewatch this movie again.
that spark effect is really cool.
Yeah, it's almost like he threw the shield and he missed, and it's going across something else that's metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
trying
the
to figure out how he's held up right now. Like that pose is insane. Like he's like on like his fingers there. Like what's holding the figure?
That's got a.
Yeah.
I suspect a combination of hiding and a little bit of removal.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Probably one of those like wire stands that just shoots up into the crotch.
Yeah.
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 Like that's what I did with that Robin shot. I did jumping over their roof.
Okay.
I edited the stand out.
I like the way he lit underneath. You can see the just the one gleam of light on his knee where the sparks are coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did that because it's just on that one focal spot.
Yeah, well, it's on the inside of his of his right bicep as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
really
can
well
kind of
done.
see it on his face and his chest, but it's still like the lighting on this is almost perfect.
Yeah.
It's so well done, dude. And the blues coming off to the left side too. Oh,
Yeah.
so good, dude. So well done. Move on to that next one then.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I wanted to go with simple because I've been doing a lot of simple shots recently with
Oh,
like
that's
no
beautiful.
backgrounds. Yeah, this is just it's a like he
That's
used a
the
monitor.
Amazing Fantasy, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the superior Spider-Man figure.
Literally the only Spider-Man figure I own.
I actually have him right here with me too.
Ah.
He's so good, man. I don't know how he made those webs, but they look great.
I
It
like the
looks like
tension on the web too.
Yeah.
That's
it looks tight.
legit, man. There's if you check out his profile, you actually see a behind the scenes shot of him actually putting this together, and it's strung up on his guitar and a chair, I think.
No way.
Yeah, it's really
That's
well
awesome.
done. It's so cool, man.
You know what this reminds me of? I don't know if you guys remember kind of late 90s, kind of after kind of the first Image Comics wave when, covers were like huge and busy and all kinds of like weird shit like fold out laminate foil embossed bullshit, and then there was that short period where they went the exact opposite way and covers went for a lot of books went so minimalistic. That's what this reminds me of. Those
Well,
reaction
I
covers
remember
to
the
like the
minimalistic
bullshit.
attractive
I
at
know
that
what you're
time
talking
because it was
about.
So different.
Oh, come to think of it, that is it. But he'll put the Marvel logo over this, like as if it's supposed to be the top right. Oh, was it the top left corner to like a 90s,
Yeah.
80s book?
Yeah.
So he'll always put that up there. It's so well done, man. So good. If you haven't checked out his account yet, I definitely think you should, especially if you're trying to get inspiration to do like simple shots. Fantastic person to go to for inspiration.
I love how he just reaches the end of it, like the end of the image, and you can just see he's holding like that other web, like he's like definitely like something is pulling him down. Oh man, like I just caught that.
Oh,
really,
it's
really
like it's like he caught Gwen Stacy.
I was just gonna say that, but I didn't want to make the snap noise.
Honestly, that's the only thing that you can think of, especially because it's like younger Spidey. It's just like, it's so well done, man. Like,
you know what would be hilarious is if we scroll up, and at the end of that other web is Beaker from the Deadpool shot.
That'd be amazing. It's so good.
But yeah, and I love the lighting blends perfectly with the background because, like, you know, like if you look at like the kind of the side of his head, the light there is bright enough that it like blends almost perfectly with the background. It just, I really love that look.
You know what a testament to how good this picture is we all have the similar impression that it was Gwen or somebody important that he was holding on to with a web. I got totally
man.
Instantly.
It's really well.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shut everybody up with that comment.
No, that's like no, it's well done. You're right. We'll move on to the next one. I think this is my last one. Yeah, I've been in the Spidey mode for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like there was a huge Spider-Man game that came out last week, and I spent the whole weekend playing it.
Did you beat it yet?
I beat it on the Sunday that it came out.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I saw this. This is a great shot.
Yeah, it's so cool. There's
all the detail, like the leaves, everything.
So there's an alternate shot of this where there's two kids chilling on the bench. I couldn't find it for some reason. There's two kids sitting on a bench, and then they come out of the alleyway and they're fighting, and this is just like the continuation of the fight. So well done, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Just the whole
another
background.
one, like just
It is heavy planning to look unplanned.
Yeah.
It looks like it's so organic too, especially with like the reaction of the people in the background, and then like you guys were saying, the leaves and like everything on the foreground too. It's like
the fact that the kids are still looking toward their parents there suggests just how fast this fight is happening.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so good.
So it helps sell that energy.
It was a good choice to do like the translucent like lightning effects too.
Yep.
Like you don't lose any of the action there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore the leaves. Like the leaf, that's just I want to do a city scene with leaves now. It's just so good.
It's the cherry on top, man. So good.
Yeah, like wow, like what? That's like such a subtle
leaves
thing.
in your Batman collab that we're gonna do.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Have him walking on the leaves. There you go.
Or raking them.
That Batman photo.
Raking.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do that now. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, I wanted to go with the theme, and the theme was Spider-Man and Batman. That's really all I wanted to go with.
Well, this is a great shot. I love it.
Yeah. I was gushing over it, man.
Is that a Mafex Spidey with a different head? I think that's what that is.
I want to say yes, but I also think it's the Amazing Friends Spidey.
Oh, maybe.
He's
Because
got,
it's got
the pinstripe down his one leg there. You can see it.
yeah, and you can see the
so
the
cool.
thigh tuck there too.
Inside the arm as well, you can see the pinstripe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really well done. I mean, he captured the animated series style really, really well too.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
So did he say anything? Nobody said anything in their comments, but yeah, go ahead. My phone's gonna die, so this is like
I believe this is
perfect.
me. It's just monitors just coming up here. Oh, awesome! Yeah. This is so wicked, man. I saw this immediately. I was like, this is getting featured. This is so good. I really love the contrasting lighting that he's got going on here, and that's been like a staple for a lot of the shots we've been picking.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
like the
Wow.
backlighting, like just man. And like, I'm not sure what he's got in his other hand, like in the non-fisted hand, but like it just like even if it's just like a fireball, I don't know, it just looks really cool. I like that it's not fully in focus. Like it kind of
It
lets
just
your mind
it
sort
still
of
makes
think.
me feel like I want to duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm not sure. I don't have this figure, so I'm not sure if this is like a standard thing or not. But the way that the chain, I think that's like probably Ghost Rider's like chain that he like his chained whip or something. But I love how he's wrapped it around the figure like that. It just looks really cool with the texture, and it catches that like blue light, and it's just like the shine right around his head there. It's I mean I think this is just a outstanding shot. Be Weird I Am, great job, dude. And it
So
looks
now,
like he's got a
do any
right
of
up
you
there. Oh,
have
go
this
ahead.
figure? Do any of you have
I
this
really
figure?
want it. I
don't.
almost bought it, but it was just a little too expensive for me. I was gonna go for it though.
I'm not invested in Ghost Rider that much to spend.
Okay. I was just
Same.
curious the way that the fire on his skull is lit up. I was just curious as to whether or not it has an LED light inside it, or whether he's just lit it really well.
It could
I
be
know
either
that his
or.
bike, like I'm pretty sure his
This
bike
looks
lights up.
fantastic.
His
So
bike,
it
yeah,
wouldn't
his bike does
I
for
wouldn't
sure.
surprise me if like they've been doing that where like
Is
they've
this
got
the
the little
Mezco
mini
one?
batteries. Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe so.
You know what?
Um,
I keep passing on it. I see it for $350 every once in a while.
Yeah, it would definitely like that'd be the most expensive figure I own if I bought it. That's why I haven't yet, but I want it, man. It's so nice.
You know, Heroes
The
World
bike too. The bike is really
used to have
really
it.
good. Yeah, I think I saw it there actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. He's got a little write up here. I can read that. The photo was captured with a Canon 60 EF 100 millimeter f2.8 macro lens. Okay, she's got some pretty cool rig here. And he edited in Lightroom. I'm also a huge Lightroom fan. I think you guys are too.
Absolutely.
And
That's
his
cool.
favorite figure is the Theodore Sod Cutter by Mezco, and
Oh, cool.
which I guess the Gangrene Estates line is his favorite since they've only made Sod Cutters for the line. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. He's got a lot of really great shots with his Mezco figures that are very consistent like this. Just like I look really high professional quality to them.
Mhm.
And yeah. We can go to the
I
next
love
one
that
unless you guys have any more to
portrait
say.
style. Like
Yeah,
pictures
yeah.
of him
Yeah,
going.
no, I really like how the figure is defined against the background.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like a window or something, like the way that light kind of comes in. There's like you can see like the crosses there. I don't know. It's really
I
neat
just
the way
think
he's
that
done
you can't really tell, but it adds so much to it. Like it literally could be a straw in a cup that just happened to be in the background in his dark kitchen, or it could be something, like it could be anything, but it all works really well.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, which I think it's a big thing with our hobby, kind of like suggesting something.
The suggestion of a deeper story or a deeper meaning.
Gonna say it lets you build your own story with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, I dig that a lot. Makes me want the figure actually.
Oh hey.
This next one coming up, I was geeked out pretty hard when I saw this. I'm a huge Halo fan, so that was my wheelhouse when I was growing up playing Xbox with the boys. That was the I love a lot of things about this. The big thing I really enjoyed was how he toy box shots. Amazing shot, by the way, dude. I love how he's done like the lighting with the contrast lighting with the blue and orange. That's in particular for me. That's one of my favorite kind of color palettes. So I love that. I love the shine on the visor.
Yeah, that hot
And
spot is nice.
I also like Master Chief is traditionally he's like pretty he's pretty like vibrant green, or I don't know, like he's definitely like, I like how this is, you can't really see like his like super bright green suit. Like I like how it's kind of what's the word I'm
But the
looking for?
impression of green is still with it, right?
It's there, but it's like neutral. It's really really neutral. It's almost like a
Oh,
gray.
it's like muted almost.
Yeah, muted. Thank you. So just I think he nailed it. It's really cinematic the way he's done that. I'm not sure which Master Chief figure this is.
I was just trying to figure that out.
It looks like maybe one of the newer ones, but
I think this is
it looks like
1,000
almost like
Toys one.
and see, I'm looking at it. The way the shoulder assembly is, I'm pointing at shit. You guys can't see what I'm pointing at. The shoulder assembly looks kind of like from the Jazzwares line.
Yeah.
And so does the neck, actually. So does the neck.
It?
But the only thing that's throwing me off is I can't. The elbow looks different. Like the way the elbow's bent looks different. But then again, I only have the first release of the Jazzwares one. I don't have the most recent.
I think this is the 1,000 Toys one.
I would love to get a really good...
like the super expensive one.
Oh,
yeah, okay, maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I wanna enhance my Halo collection. I hope they keep making figures and they get a little bit better. I know there's like a bunch of there's like a newish line that's out now, right?
They have a 1/18 scale.
Yeah.
They look okay.
Yeah, I think I have like that first Master Chief, and his like joints. I didn't like how the joints looked, but yeah, no, this is sweet. Anyway, I thought this was amazing, and I mean, just like the subtleties with the lighting, and I love the texture in the back, and I like how there's that plant in the front that's sort of out of focus, and that's just the shadow. It's just like it feels like he's sneaking up on some grunts, but get some clean headshots off, and it's outstanding. Well done, my brother.
Yeah, man.
This looks exactly like the Halo 3 like case art.
It actually reminds me of the series from Paramount.
Like it's just,
I haven't seen that. I've heard that's amazing. I heard it's okay.
Dope.
I haven't seen it.
You know what?
Yeah.
It was worth the wait to me. I thought that series was great. I want more.
I'm definitely. I'll have to give it a watch. It's a good review. I haven't heard.
It is worth subscribing to check out.
Nice. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Jazz disagrees.
I've heard quite the opposite about that series.
I've heard some negative, but I like to have an open mind.
I came at it with a very open mind, and I loved it.
Okay.
But my mind was like way open.
Oh, good old wave
by Duke.
So I picked this. I mean, we're going hard with the Joes and the ToronToynians collabs.
Yeah,
like everybody's been nailing it with the Joe shots. And I just like, I don't know. Again with the backlighting, this looks so great. Like it creates a really nice scene. Like they're in like Cobra's like warehouse or something like that. I love. There's like a forklift or something beside Beachhead.
Yep.
Just thought there were some really cool props in here. And
I think that's the turtle van.
Yes, I was just about to say.
You bastards! 8 seconds into the future.
And it's great because it's the colors there match Duke. Like I just like that's just like good color theory in this one. Like he really you could tell he went through all of his Joes. He selected the right ones. Like everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
this is perfect.
Yeah. It's funny when Wave 1 was up for pre-order. I pre-ordered the entire wave of Wave 1 of the classifieds. Duke was the one I was least interested in. I figured, well, I'll just get him because he's part of the wave and I can get a better deal if I order the whole thing. He ended up being my favorite of the entire wave.
Yeah, you know what? I got him just as like an army builder back. I wasn't even going to collect classified when it first came out, and I just got him as like a a generic goon, and he's one of my favorite Joes as well.
Yeah, I love this shot. I love the shutters in the background and the way there's a bit of a fog effect with the light coming through it. Like it's such a dynamic shot. It feels like a really exciting movie that I'm watching of the Joes right now.
This is really reminiscent of the cartoon, though.
I was gonna
That's what
say
I'm
like the
feeling.
classic cartoon, like the over the top action, where it's just
Yeah.
like there's so much happening on screen, but like you can still tell what's going on. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really into
It's like
this one.
almost
I dig it.
overstimulation, but not.
Yeah,
I love the.
yeah, and
the
I think that's how he achieved it by selecting the right figure. Sorry, just interrupted.
But no, go ahead.
You're just saying, yeah, he nailed that look by picking the figures that he picked. Yeah.
Yeah, the posing too on Duke, like you can feel the motion, especially with the bats falling down like that.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah. Yeah, everything about it. It's great posing, great action, great lighting,
Man,
great composition, great set.
you know, after you guys are done, I want to like talk about the Joe thing that I'm cooking up.
All right.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
you know
at
what
at the end, we'll have the shits and giggles portion.
yeah, the shutters in the back. I know a couple of you have already mentioned that, but just the unevenness of the shutters just kind of like hammers
Makes it
home
so
that they're in a
great.
shitty spot. Like this is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
they're not in the back. This is not behind the Ritz-Carlton. This is like, you know,
they're in the
they're-
slums?
yeah, this is a bad place, and and if you think about it, think about their positioning. They're in a bad position. If
They're
Cobra's
cornered.
coming at them, they're cornered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right in the back there.
They're in an
Yeah.
alleyway. They've
I
got
just-
a
I
van
just
blocking
think
them
those
in on
shutters-
one side.
I think those shutters take it from even like looking at it, it feels like a live action mimicking the cartoon vibe.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
This-
You-
the
you know what?
the shutters totally make it seem like a Joe movie I want to see.
It reminds me of the tone of Resolute. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, you mean the best GI Joe thing that came out?
I personally
I
haven't seen it, so
I
but
haven't
I'll
seen
take
it.
your word
I
for it.
feel ignorant for not knowing what it
Okay,
is.
you guys got to look up
So-
GI Joe Resolute. It was a very short-lived cartoon, but it was GI Joe, a GI Joe cartoon made for us, basically.
Yes.
People who
Yeah.
grew up with
Okay.
it, people who grew up with the original cartoon, and wanted the cartoon to grow
Okay,
up with
you
them.
got to drop a link in the chat, dude.
It's,
Yeah, I'll watch that tonight. Honestly,
It's-
that's not.
Yeah.
It's also written by a huge
Sounds
comic
like
book writer
excellent,
too.
excellent post. Post.
Yeah, it was
props.
Larry Hama wrote it, didn't he?
No, it was Warren Ellis.
Oh, that's right, Warren Ellis. That's right. Yes.
Yeah, dude, Warren Ellis wrote that, and Steve Blum like voiced like half of the people in that show.
So,
So good.
Anyway, sorry. Yes, great photo.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so well
yeah,
done.
really dope. Oh, that looks cool from here. I can't wait to
Ah,
see
man.
it on the big screen.
Oh, you ever
I
dance with the
love
devil in the
this.
pale
Yeah.
moonlight?
That looks
So-
amazing.
This is by our brother, the Collector Figs.
Yeah.
He's in our Toronto group. I'm also in another group with him. Super talented artist. I particularly love his set design for a lot of his shots. He has super creative background pieces and props. Honestly, like he's one of those guys where you go on his page, and he doesn't have like the same background. Like everything is different. Like he's always doing something cool and unique.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a sucker for Batman. He knows that. And this is just, I remember when he posted this, I absolutely lost it. Like, it's just so nice. I love the, I'm not sure what's going on with that Joker, like which head it is or what, but it's so great. Like it looks a lot like Jack Nicholson Joker.
I was just gonna
Like,
say
It
it looks like the
is.
Jack Joker.
I don't know where you
Yeah.
like, because that doesn't exist. Like, as far as I know, that doesn't exist. So that's pretty amazing.
It's
I
the
know
Beast
what-
Kingdom Joker.
Yes. Mike beat me to it.
I don't even think you can. Wait, sorry. Do you know which figure it is?
Yeah, Beast Kingdom Joker.
Beast Kingdom. Oh, okay.
wicked.
I gotta look
They
into
did a
that.
Batman and a Joker from the '89 movie.
Wow. Okay.
I love the
And
cape of Batman.
That
too.
Batman's actually kind of old too, but it's a really good figure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I remember
the,
seeing that one.
Is that the DC Direct one?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, with like it was like the deluxe one. It had like some extra hands and an
Yeah,
opposable cape. That it was
that
from
was.
based on the
Oh,
Rebirth
so that's
design.
I assumed that was a custom cape. Okay.
No, that's actually like the stock cape. This came out in
Wow.
like 2016. This is when
Yeah,
DC
it's an
Direct
older
still
one.
had
I feel like I
DC
was
still
just getting
had
into
their licensing for
yeah.
action figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Alberto mentioned in the comments there, it's definitely long gone. I don't think you'd be getting this one anymore.
Dude, this came out and when this came out, it was like $300 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I remember I almost bought it. It just wasn't quite in scale with the stuff I was collecting at the time. I definitely
Yeah.
regret it now. Anyway,
Yeah,
I mean,
I was.
he nailed this. I believe
In
he's
the
using
background.
he's using a monitor here, I think.
Yeah.
But
I was just gonna say, I think
it's
that's
really
a monitor.
effective because of how he's lit the figures. Like it looks like they're in the same scene. Like you can't even really tell. You know, like I think that's awesome.
Well, and it just reminds me, especially because of the Joker looking so much like the Jack Nicholson Joker. It just reminds me of the climax of that movie because they're up on a tower. You got the city in the background.
I gotta get on
And
this.
there's a
Beast
big
Kingdom
moon.
thing
There's a
now,
big
wow.
moon right behind the Joker. And I mean his big line, "You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?" You
Yeah.
know? It's
And when he says it back to him on the tower too.
yeah, and
Oh,
Joker's
man.
like, "The fuck?" Yeah.
I watched that movie recently. Actually, rewatched
So
it.
good.
Yeah,
That movie.
So
same.
good.
It's
Still the best
definitely-
Batman movie.
Yeah, honestly, it's really hard to say.
Shut up, Jeff.
But what about when he bombed the fucking factory? Because that was fucked.
I will
You think
say,
that-
Keaton in both movies, I feel like he is killing people. There's a couple of moments where I like, even in the first one, there, I'm like, yeah, I think that guy's probably dead. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
I don't-
When the
He's taking
Batmobile
away
drops all
Batman.
those grenades in the middle of the street.
yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
talking
man.
about.
Anyway, great shot, brother.
Yes.
Super
Very
nice
nice.
guy as well.
Really
Make sure you
awesome.
give him a follow.
Oh, yeah, he's a real one.
Oh, and I didn't even notice he had the music for the Batman '89 going with the
Yep.
For
the
real?
picture. So yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sets
yeah,
it right there.
perfect.
Oh, man.
That sells it.
Nice.
I can
Right.
I can hear it.
Is that? Oh no, you have
Oh,
more.
What is
man.
that?
This one's coming up. This is.
That was
I
awesome.
absolutely love everything about this. The posing, the lighting. This is by Neil Before Zod. Amazing work, dude.
Oh, he does
like
some good stuff.
The webs off of this like creature, or like and just
That
with
thing, that is the Kikimora.
Yep. I think that's. I
Okay.
think you're right.
I picked up one of those. They are so goddamn creepy.
From Stranger Things?
Yo, they look horrifying. I wouldn't be. My wife would probably lose it. if I
It's
had
like
one
a
of those on
skin
display,
spider. It's just
Yeah.
it's the most disgusting thing.
I don't like any of that.
It's like it's from The Witcher.
I don't like any of that.
It's from the opening scene of The Witcher
I can't
series,
see
but
it
it's
yet. Fuck.
No.
I picked it up to use with my Mythic Legions, but it's fantastic, and the posing on this is great because I can't tell from this photo, but the way it came with a second head. The spider creature came with a second head that actually has a small slot that goes from the top of the head through the lower palate or the upper palate. So you can actually, that sword that he's got, you can actually stick it right through the head.
No way.
Oh, wow,
That's
cool.
I
so
need to get one
sick.
now. That's so cool. Oh,
That's
wow,
so
I had no
dope.
idea about that.
Yeah.
This is like what when Todd like started to release the Witcher figures. This is what I wanted to see, like the community do it. Like it's just this. It looks like straight out of the game. The posing is perfect. The lighting is perfect. Just the way that it's focused on the action, like the framing is really good. Like how he's got the legs, like kind of framing where Geralt is. And again, the contrast lighting in the back there is stellar. Like with the pink with the, or it's kind of reddish.
Yeah.
Reddish pink with the pastel green. That's just yeah. This one, I jaw dropped when I saw this. I was just blown away.
That's really cool. I don't see a lot of people using that Kikimora figure, which I mean, it's understandable. It's very big and unwieldy, but it's so good. Like
I want to get more. Like I hope he releases more like Witcher monsters. I'd love to get more of those.
I'll be
There's so many
right
good ones
back.
from that game.
okay,
I just I got to be right back. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Did you see the Frost Giant that they came out with?
I did the Frost Giants. So there's two versions too. There's like a bloodied one or
Yeah,
something, and
yeah.
they're so. I would see that's another one. I mean, I think my wife would just be not happy with that. Like if I bought it, but like, oh man.
Last
so
time
cool.
I was at EB Games, which granted was about 3 weeks ago. Sorry, GameStop, which was
We
about
make the
3 weeks
mistakes.
ago. All of their Witcher stuff was on clearance. Their McFarlane Witcher stuff was on clearance. So if you were looking for a
Oh
Kikamura,
my god.
it might be worth checking out.
Don't tempt me. Oh no.
Oh, there. Mike's got the Frost Giant there.
Yeah.
Ah, that's so
the
sick, man.
non-bloody version. I think there's a bloody version.
That's
and non-bloody.
sick.
Yeah, that's it's so nice, man. Is
Yeah,
he like super light, or do you find he's like got
like
some weight to him?
for a big figure, like because he's like a deluxe figure, right? He's actually
Yeah.
he's fairly light.
See, that's I actually like that when they're a little bit lighter. I find when they're kind of heavy, they're a lot harder to pose. Like it's good that he doesn't have too much
McFarlane
weight.
seems to have it down in terms of getting the figures like big and bulky, but not ridiculously heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
like
depends, though.
Their mega figs are pretty light.
Yeah, like I've
For the
got
most
like I've got that Clayface, the king shit Clayface, and he's surprisingly light.
The same with Titan Joker. He's like deceptively light. Mongol, same thing. Swamp Thing, same thing. I think like Man-Bat's got some depth to him. That's pretty much it. Like top of my head, yeah. Man-Bat. Really
I was gonna say, like, I had issues with my Titan Joker because he's like top heavy, so the joints already busted on mine.
Yeah, mine. The joint isn't busted. It's just he's a hard figure to stand.
Yeah,
That's
always
sorry.
an issue.
Getting back to the photo, it's got a really good sense of motion here, and like I said, the fact that he's like driving that sword right through the thing's head, it's like this kind of photo is what these figures were made for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
It's definitely me to do a Witcher shot now. Another Witcher shot.
Yeah, honestly, I want to bust out Geralt as well after this. I don't even. Have I even shot that figure? I have no idea.
I took mine apart to use it for a custom.
I think this was my last pick, but there might be another one. I'm not 100% sure. Pretty sure that was
honestly, like everybody had really, really good picks, man.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, you guys, everybody nailed it. And great job to all the artists we featured. Definitely give them all a follow. Holy crap. Yeah. Some amazing work we got to go through today.
I'm surprised we managed to like plow through that really quickly too.
Well, you know what though, because the reality is who's watching it for 2 or 3 hours, right? Like, so if we, apart from us, to see if we look like idiots or not, right?
And we do.
But I mean, getting to the artists and featuring them, I felt like that was the purpose of it, right?
Yeah.
And now we've got time to shoot the shit. We can, talk about figures we're into or whatever, and people that wanted to see themselves be featured it's been done. They don't have to listen to us talk about what we dig, But I hope they are.
Did you get food, Jeff?
No, I took a piss. I feel like I lost 10 pounds. I was holding on to that for a while, man. I'm sorry. I had a much classier response to that, but it came out the way it did.
That's okay, man. Don't worry about it. Let's say, like, what's everybody working on right now?
I have I can't show you it because it's literally in pieces sitting on my workbench, but I'm working on a custom Mythic Legions figure, a custom knight that's gonna have like full soft goods and stuff.
Ooh,
that's gonna be dope. I'm excited to see that.
Dope.
It's been a work in progress for about 3 months, so it's slow going, but it's getting there. All the paintwork is all done. The basically the figure itself is done. I'm just got to do the soft goods now.
Nice. That's good, man.
I'm working on that Tim Drake Robin that I showed you guys before. It's still, I haven't done anything since. Like it's still just like the kind of the kit bashed body that's been put together. But I'm pretty stoked about that. I think it's gonna come out pretty nice. Trying to find something for the symbol and like the all of his like kind of costume garnishes, like
Yeah.
those like lines on like the where he kind of, like the middle lines, those yellow lines. I'm trying to
Yep.
figure out what I want to do for that because I don't want them to like fall off every time you pose them. So
Yeah.
Have you thought about sculpting it?
I was thinking maybe green stuff. That's kind of, and Jeff is trying to enable me to buy the Mezco because that figure is amazing, and I definitely took an L not
pretty
buying
wicked,
it.
man.
It was I've accepted the L. I'm gonna have to pay aftermarket. It's gonna happen as soon as I see the freaking thing. I'll probably pay way more than I should, but it'll be worth it because you sold me on it. Your shots with him, oh man,
good. It's got pretty decent articulation.
I've seen a couple of reviews.
Yeah, I love it. In fact, the shot that I've been planning for some time, and I don't know why I don't just do it, but is one with this Robin and with the Mezco Doc Knock, the red version, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I'm talking about it because I don't end up doing it. But anyway, so what I'm planning is they're off in the distance, and he's just shot an arrow and he hits a pigeon. Right, but there's bottles lined up, and Doc Knock's looking at him with his gun up, aiming at the bottles. Like, you're kind of dark, kid? You know.
That'd be awesome. You got to do it. I'm looking forward to seeing.
It's like I can see it very clearly, but I just need to build the set and do the get the lighting right and everything. So but yeah, it's something I've been seeing in my head for about a week and a half, pretty much since I got the figure. But I just want to do it right.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I'm looking 10,000 shots that I've got planned going. So there's
brother.
When don't you shoot?
I was gonna say, but that 1,000 shots is just tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Well, I want to do Batman and Raph from TMNT taking on some foot soldiers. That's the one I thought about today. Man, like the thoughts they just come and go, right? Like I'll be sitting here, and then 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh fuck, that'd be a great idea. Yeah. And more so happens at work because I daydream a lot at work, right? And that's when these ideas come.
Dude, you know other people see this, right?
Yeah, no, I had a good poker face. It's all right. It's all right.
No, when you're at work and you get these ideas, do you like have a notebook where you write them down, or do you just try to remember them?
I just dwell on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the main thing. I'm gonna try my hand at the wire cape hopefully this weekend. Now that the colder weather's here, so I'll be hibernating. I'm trying to tackle that. I've never attempted anything like it. We'll see how it goes. I got that tip guy Superman. I want to do a wired cape on. So
yeah,
right on.
It's not as hard as you would think it would be. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it looks pretty simple. And then I need to try and figure out how to make some chain link fences for some dioramas as well. That's the next thing.
Please tell me when you figure it out.
If you figure out a really cool, simple approach to that, let us know, man. Because
please do.
Think of something that would
everybody here, please.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things, right? It's like the best kept secret. Like, how the hell do you make these things?
Yeah.
No, man. Today I was working with some of the webs, like the floral wire. So I decided to make some webs that can capture some Goons accessories.
Cool.
That's cool.
That's wicked. I still, Jazz. I think I still gotta come pick up some webs and that custom vigilante from you.
Yeah, I'm still working on the vigilante.
I know. Dude,
slowly working on it. I don't even have the blues for it.
You offered to make me the figure. Yeah. I'm just having fun with it.
No, it's like I've been meaning to get to it. It's just like other things have gotten
I'm kidding,
in the way.
Dude, I'm kidding. You don't owe me anything. I just that would be fun to tease you. That's all.
Is that the one you're using? The Commando Snake Eyes as the base?
Yes, that is correct. I modded him too, so he has more range with his butterflies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you'll
cool.
I'm also giving him Valiver's hands, so you'll get fist hands. And then like supporting hands and like item holding hands, as well as trigger fingers.
I feel like the movies did him dirty.
The movies or the show? Because I'm pretty sure he was only in the show.
Wherever it was that I saw it. I saw it and I felt like that doesn't feel like who I wanted Vigilante to be.
Yeah.
He's more like his character in the Arrow show, but like aesthetically, he's better in the Peacemaker show.
Yeah. Oh, the Peacemaker show. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I liked how he looked, but I didn't dig. Like it wasn't the man that had lost his wife and family and everything, and just decided to dress up and punish people, right?
He's like a 20-year-old, like running around as a vigilante.
Kind of like a Gomer, right? Like,
Yeah. But yeah, so I was working on some of the webs. I even did one. So they also do have holes at the end that you could put the hand through.
holes
Jesus
in the end,
Christ.
and you're wiggling your finger at it. Like,
I don't have any action figures with that accessory, my friend.
They cost a bit more. and they
Well,
take
you can
up a lot
put
of
something
space.
in the hole. All right, put something in the hole, and that's that. Yeah. So you put the hands into the hole and port it onto your Spidey, and it attaches to this guy here.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you
so
said that's
can
just
do-
floral wire?
Yeah, it was just floral wire from Dollarama.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
That stuff
Mhm.
works amazing. I've used it for Spidey webs before. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Super
so
cheap
good,
too.
man.
You get like 100 in a pack for like $10.
It's like 200.
Oh yeah, 200, yeah, 100,
it's
200, yeah, and
200,
it's like dirt cheap enough there, and it's I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy to you can like paint them and really make them look super detailed if you really wanted to.
The
I
other
was
thing
gonna
I'm going to
say-
be working on soon is I've got enough stuff to make 2 more of these now.
Oh, that's cool.
Are
Yeah,
you
I
sending
love
that our
shot
way?
you did with that.
Dave?
That thing's awesome.
That's
Well,
awesome.
I certainly don't need 3 of them, so I'll give you guys right
What
of
is
first
it?
refusal. This is the oh, where's the fucking camera? There we go. This
Oh,
is
your wicked room.
my dilapidated house diorama.
Man, sign me up,
Actually,
buddy.
I don't know if you can see the window very well. There's like the window. It's like I've
Yeah.
got like chunks, like broken panes in there. It's just a piece of packaging from Black Series figure.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
I-
I've got
I dig
two,
it
I
a
got
lot.
2 more
Is
that I can
it
make.
collapsible, Dave, or is it?
Yeah, you can take it apart and lay it flat.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just connected
Yeah,
with.
sign me
You can
up.
see there. It's just connected with tabs.
Yeah, sign me up. I'm in.
That
I
looks
wanted
amazing,
to,
Dave. You did such a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Vico
Vico
said in the
said-
chat, yeah, go to the hardware store and look for Gutter Match. That makes great metal fences. Add some cylinder
Pico
strip
San
and paint
coming
gray.
through. Look at this guy.
Ah, that's right.
Okay, so I'll
Mike and I
definitely
were
have
thinking the
to
same
check that out. There we go.
Check out the WWE, like the Jax. I think that's Jax Pacific. Those like older ones. There's a
Mhm.
lot of like I have fences and stuff from that line as well.
Yeah.
Just from like
Well, and
older-
there's those sets, Mike. I think you picked up 5 or 6 of them. Those AEW accessory
Yeah,
sets.
I got those.
Because
Yeah.
they come with like coils of barbed wire, or they come with one of them
Yeah,
comes with
I
a
think-
folding chair.
I just like I
Yeah.
thought about breaking a couple of them up to try and make a chain link fence for it. I don't know. I'll try and separate it because you know you have them too, right? Like the top layer, which is just like a missing spot.
Yeah.
I used it actually for like the torture team stalker.
Yeah.
I had them right up with the barbed wire.
Sick. I mean, like, I'm considering making like an octagon or even like a cage match kind of thing.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So yeah, so getting that match would be sick, and getting those gates from AEW would be sick too. That would really
Yeah.
help a lot.
That reminds me, I got to do another wrestling shoot. I haven't done one of those in a while.
Dave, you do some pretty cool sequencing with those.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun to do. It's a
Yeah.
lot of work
Yeah.
to do.
It
Jesus,
is a lot of work.
So many shots. The last one I did, I'm pretty sure it was 36 individual shots that went into the
Yeah.
12 pages or whatever it is that I did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to make a paneled story with photography.
Yeah.
Right. Like every single panel is a shot. Right.
Yeah.
And unless you plan like one big scene and you plan it out so that each piece can be broken down, but
Yeah.
for the most part.
I-
It's planning where the wording is going to be, because sometimes you get the perfect photo and then you try and add your text to it,
Yeah.
and it doesn't make sense. You got to reshoot because you didn't plan for it, right?
Yep.
So I started doing this thing for paneling with smaller movements. Instead of having it set in the same background as whatever diorama I'm using, I'm going to be using a neutral background, so it's either white or black. That way, it saves time with having to like work on the lighting specifically. So it'll be a lot easier, and you can see
Yeah.
the motion, like the motions, a lot.
So kind of
better rather
like a close up of what's happening, and then when you back out, it's the full dio thing again.
Yeah, and so then the next
Right
panel
on.
would be
Yeah, well,
the
that-
next like
They
movement.
I don't know, like that's actually effective storytelling from back in the old school comic book days, like when they would have like a minimalist frame where it would just show like the fist connecting with their jaw or like whatever, right?
Oh no, I was thinking like I'm saying so for like in the intricate hand movements. So if it's like a
Yeah,
guy,
that's what I meant. We're just talking about, but we're saying the same thing. Totally. I think that.
oh
that's
no, not connecting with the like another person, but it's like two skilled martial artists like blocking each other's strikes. So it's not like, oh, someone's getting hit and the other person's getting like other person's delivering
Yeah,
the
but it's going to
punches.
be close up, right?
It's a close up of both of their hands, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, so
it's seeing the impact.
that's
and,
what
like,
I
the
meant.
scale.
Creative,
Yeah.
not the detail on what's being hit, but just for the zooming in piece. Like we're saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
think
it'd
it'll
be
look
showing the
awesome.
skill of the actual combatants rather than,
Right.
setting the scene.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it'll be really dynamic using like instead of showing the dial in the background, having like a plain background.
yeah,
Like
that's what I mean, because it'll make
it'll
it'll
really
make the
highlight.
movements pop,
Yeah,
and then afterwards you can still see all the other movements that will come at like in the different panels.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's yeah. Oh man, Dave. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
I'm looking forward to seeing it because that picture that you did with Batman and all the bats.
Yeah.
That holy shit.
Oh yeah.
that is like a Frank Miller comic cover.
I was channeling my animated series, the Batman kind of like lighting there too. I also was like, do you remember? Oh, Adam will remember this. The last scene in Arkham Knight when
Oh, yeah,
What-
I know. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
when Bruce injects Scarecrow with the fear toxin. Yeah, that's what I'm
love
trying to
those
emulate.
I've replayed that one. I've lost count. I've replayed that one many,
Yes.
many times.
Yes,
At
I have
least
also.
on multiple platforms now. It's one of my favorite. I still think Arkham City's the best, but I just I don't know. I've also replayed Arkham City a bunch too.
Yeah, I think Arkham Knight has like great gameplay. It's just the bosses are bad.
Yeah, the bosses suck. I think there could have been a little bit more side content. When they added the DLC, it felt like there was enough, but before the DLC, I felt like I kind of ripped through all of that side content really quick. I still think
Yeah.
like Gotham Knights, for example, doesn't hold up even close aesthetically to that game. And it's like, I don't know, how old is it now? Like 5 or 6 years old now? Like it's crazy.
It's
Like,
6, 7
still,
years old. That game.
it still holds up today. Like you play that on your PlayStation now, you won't be disappointed. It's
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm not really much of a gamer. The only one of those games I ever played, I own, is Arkham Asylum. I got
Also a
about
great
30% through it and then stopped and just started playing the challenge modes, and that's literally all I've ever played since stopping at 30% was the challenge modes.
the challenge maps on that game. I remember because we didn't have any like open world Batman games or anything. Like there was nothing. The challenge, like once you beat that story, that's all you had for years. And I played those so much. I just when that game
My
came
favorite,
out,
the
it's such a-
alleyway, where like the
Yeah.
waves, like 4 of them come at you, and then 8 of them come at you, and that was my favorite. I loved the stealth one too, where you would like you had to like take out all of the enemies without anybody noticing you. That was fun.
Yeah, those can get really hard too if you get them on like the super high difficulty. It's like their reaction time is like so realistic. It's like you actually have to be Batman to freaking beat those. Yeah.
But like that's the thing. Arkham Asylum's like stealth challenges were so difficult. They were insane.
They were
Like,
good. I don't think they ever were able to capture the magic of those stealth maps, even in like Arkham Knight all the way at the end there. Great games. I love all of them.
Okay, so pop quiz for everybody. What is your current favorite action figure? Not your newest or what one figure are you currently obsessed with for no apparent reason?
Easy. For me, it always has been. It's not the greatest figure, but for me, it's my greatest figure. I love them to death. Is the Marvel Select Immortal Hulk. The size, everything.
oh,
that's the Hulk.
You have that one?
Yeah, I've used them a bunch.
Yo, that's so sick. I wanted to get him forever.
Especially with the ripped shirt from the Wolverine Hulk 2-pack. It just
That's cool.
That's a cool addition.
Like the size of them too, like it can't even compare. Like, that's
and see, as someone who grew up, like the 90% of my knowledge of the Incredible Hulk comes from Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. So that Hulk, that looks like the Hulk that I grew up with.
Exactly. Yeah. I love him to death. Like there's certain issues. Like I wish he had butterfly joints, sure, but like, other than that, yeah, he's fantastic.
For me, it's got to be the McFarlane 89 Batmobile that I was finally able to acquire after trying to get it for months. That's my I'm just happy I got it. I thought I was gonna miss out on it completely. So I just like I was prepared to just not get it, and then they magically stocked it on Amazon here, and I was just like, oh my god.
That's been sold out and then restocked like 3 different times at different retailers. It's weird the distribution on that one.
And it still made it on eBay for like $300-$400. That was like the running joke, was like Batman couldn't find his Batmobile because it was on frickin' eBay, man.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Like I got it, like I was just happy to get it at retail and not pay a stupid amount for it. It wasn't worth $300. It's not worth $300. No way.
Definitely not.
It's honestly, arguably, it's not worth $100 that we pay as Canadians. But I still wanted one, so I went for it.
I wanted one. I just don't have the space for it right now.
It's on Amazon right now for I think like $130.
Yeah, something like that. I do want
to add
those to it.
It comes with the Batman as well.
The figure it comes with is awesome too. I really like that. I like it a lot more than the Flash version. It's
really,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the neck isn't my favorite, but I know you'll love it. I know that's like your favorite Batman movie. You definitely love that set.
Yeah. To me, it was so definitive. Like, dude, you have to understand, back in the 80s, there was like fuck all that was great about superhero movies, right? Yep. And the fact that this movie was coming out, and like I remember buying magazines, any magazine that had Keaton in that costume on it, I fucking bought, and I read everything. I read every ad all the way through the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I may have told you guys this story before. I don't remember who I've told this. I'm over 40. I forget shit. So, I remember.
I just turned 54, mofo.
So this movie came out before the internet was a thing. Like there were no they didn't have like teasers for a trailer that's coming up, and there wasn't all this stuff.
You couldn't look shit up. It was like through magazines and radio and TV.
So I had no idea there was a Batman movie coming out, and my dad and I went to see The Naked Gun in the movie theater.
Oh man!
And the trailers start playing. The trailer for something I don't care about. There's a trailer for something else I don't care about, and then this trailer starts. There's this big black car driving around. I'm like, this looks cool. And then I just remember, the car turns the corner. I'm like, that fucking car has fins. That's the Batmobile. And I just about shat myself, because then afterwards you get like, I'm Batman. And it was mind blowing. Like, there's a fucking Batman movie.
I was in my, I think I was 18 or 19. And it, to me, having been a Batman fan, like using, like, drawing it as a inspiration and have that
Yep.
movie come out after, like, I appreciated the 60s version, but that was all we fucking had, man.
Yeah,
And you know what? Like, I wanted something gritty. I wanted something serious. I didn't. There, to me, like the first Batman movie, the '89 Batman movie, is not perfect, but it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And for all of its imperfections, I just rolled with them because what we had before was like just so not what you know. Apart from the cartoon. The cartoon, I felt like the Keaton movie was getting close to what the cartoon was doing for us.
Yeah, Batman the Animated Series. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
which
I grew
I
up. That was what cemented my love for Batman. That cartoon.
I had my VCR.
Yeah,
I had my this will age me big time. But I had my VCR set.
We all had
record that,
VCRs.
and
Yeah.
I had tape after tape after tape. I had the entire all of them taped. And one of my favorites was with Man Bat when they were flying and he was on top of him and he doesn't give up, right? And he's just like cranking him in the face. You know, like he's just like pounding him, right? And I just thought that was so Batman. Like that was a magical cartoon moment for me.
it's funny you mentioned the VCRs. I remember we had one growing up, and yeah, I remember watching these Batman cartoons. Like that would have been. I think it just came off the air when I was old. When I would have been old enough to like watch cartoons and stuff like that. So it was all, but it was still on coming out on VHS, and I just remember like getting my dad to go and rewind the tape so I could watch the same episode for like the 50th time.
Yeah.
Fond memories of that show on VHS.
Sorry, I kind of derailed us there. Jazz, current favorite figure obsession.
Right here. Right here.
We got it. You got him, eh?
Yeah, I got him. Took forever for this guy to come in, but
Did you order him on eBay?
Dude?
I got him from AliExpress.
Oh my god!
Is
Sorry, is that the Marvel Legends one?
Mafex?
Yeah, it's a Marvel Legends one.
Yeah.
Legends?
Yeah.
It's the new one, like the one that came in that Pulse 3 pack that they haven't single carded released yet. That I really hope they do because I
That
really
they
want it.
should.
I can't
They
believe it's
should
not
do it.
out yet.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm happy for you because I know how much you love Daredevil.
Dude,
That's
is
awesome.
it-
It's so good, man. Yo, so like I gave him Moon Knight's like the armored Moon Knight billy clubs. So I gave him these, but then I drilled holes at the bottom so that way I could give him a billy club wire so he could actually use it properly. I actually have a couple like there's a shot that I don't know if I sent it into the group, but he's swinging down in between the shipping crates and he split kicks the twins, the Crimson Twins.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm trying to plan something off of that panel wise. It's just
Probably use floral wire for the billy clubs that are probably.
yes, I did. It was it was quite the experiment trying to get them into the holes.
I sort of tuned out rolling a joint and lighting it up, and then I heard something about into the holes, and I feel like
Into the hole. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Jeff, what's your current figure obsession?
Do you know what, man? Like that's a tough one to answer because I'm
Well, tough. You got to do it anyways. It's the rules.
so I love my Dark Knight Returns Batman and the Victorious Batman, the one with the battle damage. The custom figure I have of the mutant leader, like all of those I dig. But then also the Hot Toys guys that I got going on, I dig. And this Mezco Robin, like it's hard to narrow down. Like I roll between
You are failing this assignment.
I know, man. I know.
One. I said
Actually-
one
actually-
figure. You've
actually,
listed like
I can
7.
answer that. I can answer it. It's my quarter scale Mando. That is this right here is, I gotta say, my favorite figure currently. Like, and I think it will be for a long time.
God, that's huge.
It won't necessarily come up
That's
in a
what
lot
she
of
said.
stories. It's not necessarily convenient, but I fucking love it. Right, and
Cool.
the amount of detail that it has. So anyway, that's the, if I have to answer, then
So
that's
my current figure obsession is this guy.
Nice.
I'm so jealous. I'm
I-
so
That's
jealous.
a great
Can't
figure.
see it.
It is White Knight Azrael.
Oh, cool.
I've given him a second sword. He only comes with one, but yeah, this is one I've had this figure forever. But I picked it up out of the McFarlane bin the other day, and it's literally just been moving around with me wherever. Like it's been sitting beside me at my office, and like it just
Right on.
yeah. No rhyme or reason as to why, because I've had it since it was released, but here we
He's
go.
got
jealous,
some
man.
nice like hidden articulation. I like that figure too. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have both versions. I have the white one as well. The white one's also. It's like
I haven't picked up the Pseudosaurus one, and I don't know whether I will. I really like the reds on this.
God damn.
Yeah,
it.
the red version is really really cool.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, one figure that I really dig, and I just realized whenever I go on vacation, they're always in my bag. The original Cousin Eddie, with whatever costume I decide to have him in at the time. From Mezco Toys.
Yeah.
That figure is so versatile. And it doesn't matter if you do force perspective or not, because he's just goofy enough looking that he fits in regardless.
Yeah.
Whether it's a toy on the table or a force perspective thing.
Nice. Yeah, there's so many figures coming out, and there's so many toys that like I've been getting recently. I mean, I just got this Beachhead recently, and I put some Valiverse stuff on him, and he's been fantastic. I love. Oh my god, I can't wait to do the Joe collaboration with you guys. It's gonna be so much fun.
I've been trying to not get caught up in the hype. I canceled a bunch of my Mezco orders because I realized what I was doing is I was jumping on the Mezco figures, whether I was sure I dug it or not, just so that I got so that I could get it. And then I realized what I was doing is I was acting like a collector when really I buy these figures to take pictures of them. And if I don't see a story with it, what the fuck am I doing buying it, right? And,
That's the big thing with Mythic Legions, right?
Yeah, like I just got caught up in it, right? And I'm trying not to do that with Hot Toys. So with Hot Toys, it's only Star Wars figures and only as I can afford it. Like it's not, and I'm not looking to pre-order shit, even though that the General Thrawn looks gorgeous.
It does look really, really nice. Yeah,
honestly, like that. My creative mind just looks at that, but then again, it's like late next year sometime.
Well, the other thing,
the
other thing I thought of with Thrawn is, what are you gonna do with it? Like, like it's not like you can take him out for a hike. I mean, you get his uniform all schmucked up, like, so you're gonna be shooting him, and you're gonna have to build an Imperial diorama to put him in.
Nah, man, not
necessarily. It seems like to me, it seems like a very limited figure.
Yeah, actually for cleaning, I didn't even now I don't
now I don't want it.
It's gonna be a disaster.
If it got dirty, that would, how do you clean that?
Yeah,
even just throw your figure in the washing machine, like
exactly. It's gonna be a disaster unless you're keeping him in a Dettol, standing in a Dettol.
And sometimes I eat cheesies when I'm doing photography. I mean, that would be a disaster too.
Is Mike frozen?
Well, orange, you a wonderful general, Yeah.
Oh no, Mike. Okay, Mike.
Speaking of cheesies, I have to. Jazzware's coming out with Chester the Cheeto, the Chester the tiger. I have to.
Jada Toys.
Yeah. I gotta get them. But my son loves Cheetos, and we watched the review on them like the other day. And 100% in on them. Definitely picking.
They're also coming out with. Jazzwares is also coming out with Count Chocula, Boo Berry, and Frankenberry.
Yeah. Oh no!
Yeah.
Do we get are they doing the leprechaun from Lucky Charms?
Not that I'm aware.
I would lose.
Oh my god! Oh shit!
Oh my
god. What? That would.
Yo, what about the bunny from Nesquik?
Yeah,
I would like Toucan Sam from Fruit Loops.
Actually,
oh my god!
Like an entire the entire run of all of them from all of the cereals.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Oh,
I'd love
that'd
it.
Be such a good,
good wave.
Just
think of that, and all with with like maxed out, really well planned articulation, a lot of fun special effects and everything, and their boxes. Okay, this is an idea for somebody that makes figures, and their boxes actually turn into the dioramas for continued storytelling.
The boxes for like Count Chocula and Frankenberry and all that, the boxes the figures come in are basically replicas of the cereal boxes.
Yeah, it's
And
same
then-
with
so
And then
cool.
when you open them up, it's like a diorama that you can use.
That would be
Sick.
nice.
Have you guys seen the Super 7 SpongeBob figures?
Yeah, I almost
No.
picked them up for my wife. I have two of the Simpson ones.
I've never gotten into Super 7. I've heard that there's some QC complaints, but I really want that SpongeBob figure. It comes with so much stuff. You get like Gary, you get like Bubble Friend, you get like all these like wicked accessories. It looks like he's pretty articulated too.
You get
I haven't jumped.
What?
Yeah, you get Gary, man. It's amazing. You get like so
That's
much
Pretty cool.
alternate hands. It's really nice. But I haven't heard great things about Super 7. I don't know if you guys collect those at all. but-
I have
I
not. I
heard-
almost ordered the Sorcerer Mickey one for Mandy because she's a big Disney. But from what I haven't heard good things about their quality control. And if I'm gonna pay that much for an action figure, I want to make sure that it's gonna be good.
I'm with you there.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? That's the whole reason why I didn't pick any of them up is I keep getting tempted, but then when I take a close look and not get distracted by the packaging, right? I don't see quality that is equal to $80 on a figure. You know?
Yeah.
I have a bunch. I haven't opened them yet. They're still in the shippers.
Yes, I heard the
Well, then,
turtles are the
if
best
you already
ones.
got them, then you might as well use them.
Yeah,
Let us know, did the leg fall off?
I haven't opened it yet. I have two Simpson ones. I have one of the turtle ones, a couple of the wrestler ones.
Well, I am curious to know if
The turtle one looked great. It's Ray Fillet.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
That's the thing. They
That's
always
good.
look good in the packaging.
Yeah.
Just once they're out of the packaging, I've heard bad things.
I was
Yeah.
tempted on the GI Joe. There's a couple of cool GI Joe ones they've done. The same thing. Yeah. No, I'm excited to hear what you think of it, Mike. Because like, I mean,
Yeah.
they look really cool. So like,
Yeah, I'll
I'm
probably-
really
yeah.
tempted to buy.
well,
I'll probably
considering
get around.
he's taking the plunge, Mike, you can just let us know you're straight up.
Yeah,
Hands
for
on
sure. I'll probably do something with them for the next like Turtle Tuesday or something. Maybe that's what I'll do over the weekend. And then I got two of the Simpson ones. I got the Deep Space Homer and Mo.
Wow.
I was tempted to get the
Do you
Bruce
have-
Lee one.
Oh yeah.
Me
Mike,
too.
do you have any xenomorphs?
I do, yeah. From like NECA, I do.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, I got a ton of them.
when you open your Space Homer,
Yeah.
you have
That's-
an assignment.
Okay, I've had that shot in my head for fucking months.
I knew it.
I'm gonna, yeah. I've got a bunch of like the eggs that the face huggers come out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have basically Homer carrying that while running, and I got green slime from one of my other NECA turtles
Yeah.
coming out of the egg, and then a xenomorph chasing them, and the captain is gonna be like Treehouse of Horrors, right? But in space, no one can hear you. Don't. Scream.
Oh,
Dude, I've had that shot in my head for fucking 6 months. Like, I gotta do it. Yeah,
I'm
that's
excited to
crazy
see it.
that you said that.
That's
That's wild.
awesome, Mike.
That's the first thing I think of anytime I see any kind of space or astronaut themed
Yeah.
figure. First thing I think of is, okay, I have like 6 or 7 xenomorphs. How many can I fit in a shot with this thing?
Yeah, I just that's it, man. I want Homer running with the fucking the face
Yeah.
hugger egg and the slime coming out like he was eating it, right?
Perfect.
Vico's saying you should just open it now.
Which one? I can open maybe the turtle one.
Yeah, open the turtles. Let's see what they're like. Hopefully the shit doesn't fall off.
It would be weird if they had shit in the first place.
Turtle turds.
Oh
Turtle.
my god, there's turtle turds
Well,
everywhere.
The turtle ones really sold me because they're basically like the Playmate versions, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what they are. They're just upscaled up to the T. And,
Speaking of turtles, have you seen the new Best Action or whatever they're called turtles that are coming out based on the comic.
Which one is that?
They're the ones they're
Best Action.
the one, like, yeah, with like the hand wraps and everything, kind of like what I was doing with the custom turtles.
Yeah,
They look like they've got really good articulation.
I don't know how I feel
Excuse
about
me?
the Best Action stuff, to be honest with you. Like, if
Yeah, I don't own any.
the turtle stuff that I want to go after is like the Last Ronin
yeah.
stuff that's coming out, and the image comic stuff. That's pretty much where I'll stick with it.
Literally my only turtle.
Oh, Flasher Raphael.
with a custom Raph with just a custom jacket that.
Yeah.
We talked about this like a couple of Pic Bars ago, but I still haven't bought any turtles, man. I gotta do it. Still got
Yeah.
turtles.
Yeah, I want the Super 7
all these
ones.
months.
I have to say this is the best NECA figure I've ever owned, because every single other NECA figure has like everything fall off of it.
That's NECA for you.
No, this is a Super 7. So I just opened up Ray, and I'm not noticing anything.
That's good.
You're
okay.
opening.
Nice.
You're opening
nice.
the Super 7, right?
Yeah, this is Super 7 Ultimate Ray Fillet. And like, I don't know, his arms, legs, everything seems to be good. I think the only issue I'll have, he's a little top heavy, but I think I can make do. It's hard to stand.
Some clever supports.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
It's a great
Cool
sculpt.
sculpt.
I mean, that head looks awesome.
Yeah.
Loaded,
really
like
cool.
accessories and weapons and stuff. Like, there's a ton of shit in here. They even come with like the old weapon racks, so like that's a throwback.
Yo, that's sick,
Yeah,
man.
they have the updated stuff as well. So like on the weapons rack, there's an anchor with a rope, and then his actual one, it's actually a rope with an anchor,
Oh, cool.
Oh,
fully painted, obviously. A ton of hands, crossbow. He's got 2 head sculpts, and then he's got his minion.
well,
The-
looks like
other
I'm
than
getting
the-
some.
Uh-oh, dude,
turtles.
don't turn around.
Yeah, other than that Mickey Mouse one I almost bought Mandy, the only Super 7 I've been tempted by is the Schwarzenegger Conan.
Yeah, he actually looks
Ooh.
great. I forgot all about that one. Yeah, that one I might be tempted as well. Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is just there's a lot coming out, man. I'm definitely gonna be.
Hey,
throwing
Michael.
down. What the fuck?
What's up, Mike? Hey, buddy, I'm glad you're there,
Hey.
not here.
Yeah, now that I have my Steel Brigade set, I think I'm pretty much done for 2023.
You know what? I just got that in the mail today. Actually, the Steel Brigade. I'm kind of on the same boat. There isn't. I think just Brainiac is the McFarlane Brainiac is like the last one that I'm getting this year.
Oh, okay.
See,
That's
I
Are you
didn't
gonna
know about
open
that.
them on the stream?
Oh, at the I need my I don't have my nips with me to cut the. Yeah, I can. I got it here. Like the to cut the
His nipples. What do you think he's talking about?
I don't have
the little
His nips.
plastic twist tie things.
Let me just remember where you're going.
I bought something while we were streaming. I got a range.
You got what?
You got a
I
range
got
viper?
Yeah,
Ah,
cheap.
Nice.
good.
$35
Oh, not bad.
with the steel. They're like
The
they go for what, like 50?
yeah. This Steel Brigade set is really good, but the female one has the shitty like first wave scarlet arms, so it's like single jointed elbows. She can't hold any of the weapons the way you're supposed to.
Yeah,
so
I'm
that's
looking
why
at
I
that right
swapped
now,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I swapped out for the other arms.
Super.
Yeah, I guess you could probably just do that. That's not a bad idea. These shoulder pads on these guys too.
They're
They kind of,
massive.
especially makes the male figure look like he's a little disproportionate.
That's
there.
the
I might have
first
to
thing
rip
I
those
did
off.
was take off those shoulder pads, and then the
Yeah.
second thing I did was swap out the female's arms.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they don't have too many issues. I find like when I open these, I love these figures, but I do find I have to like heat them up almost every time. I want to like do kind of crazy poses with them.
Yeah, mine were
Um,
pretty good. I had to heat up the legs on both of them for the knee joints. Everything else was pretty good.
So I don't know if you guys have noticed since they've gone to pinless for a lot of stuff. I find that it's so much more stiff coming out of the box now. Like all
Yeah.
of the stuff, I find it's
And sometimes
like
it gets stuck.
Yeah, like you, like I
Like
do
I've
the
got
I
one
do
where
the
the knee just won't, or the arm just won't move.
it just does, yeah. Like I've tried, if you try dish soap, that kind of works. Like you have to like really not a lot of it, but if you put a little bit in there and you kind of work it into the joint, it can kind of loosen it. But I mean, it's not really ideal to have to like add dish soap to your action
Yeah.
figure
It
joints
just,
every
it just
time you get
feels like
one.
it's actually straight up just fused on mine.
Yeah, like it honestly might be, you know, like
That's my biggest complaint about pinless. Like I know it looks better, but when there are pins in the joint, I know how to fix it if there's a problem.
exactly.
When it's
Yeah,
pinless, I can't do anything. Like I can't take it apart. I just
Yeah.
so as much as I like the look of pinless, I would rather have pins and be able to fix things, than have pinless and be stuck with a figure that doesn't work properly.
yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of worried about like longevity for them too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if we're constantly posing pinless figures, we're gonna run into those issues at some point, right? Where it is
Well,
gonna break.
I'm already having issues with my stalker because he's the Joe that I probably pose with the most just when I'm like playing around. Like he sometimes travels with me to and from work because sometimes I'm at work. I fucking need a break from other people's bullshit. So I'm gonna pose a figure. And there's already like his right lower leg. I get to a certain point with
We
his
lost
knee,
Mike.
and it just starts swinging loose. Like
Yeah.
so I have
Mine
to.
does the same thing.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
already at the point where, the joints are loose and there's really no way. And I mean, there's like the little floor polish trick with like the future floor polish. Put some of that in to tighten it up, but that's not a permanent solution. That's a temporary fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it all dries out and stuff. Same with the soap; it doesn't last
Yeah.
forever. Like you just have to
Yeah. It all
reapply it.
dries out or rubs off. So
My stalker, I have that issue with the leg, and I also find like when you just like pose his legs in general, like in the thigh area, it's like super clicky and like feels like it's gonna snap the peg. I get that with a few. I have that with a few of them, and I mean, if you boil them or if you heat them up, it fixes it. But
yeah.
I don't know. That's the little things that I hope that Hasbro will fix that they probably won't. Because they don't
Well,
seem to care at
They
all.
probably
But
won't fix it.
I was going
But,
to say,
I mean,
theoretically, as the technology improves and as we get better molds, but they use the same molds for fucking years. So we're going to be having the same problems up until 2030. So
I was gonna say like the Marvel head office is definitely more like that, whereas like I don't know. I think the Joes are usually more open to criticism.
even like
Hey, it's
this
back.
guy here, I'm
Welcome
looking.
back,
He's got
buddy.
this is
That's right off
like
Michael
series
Myers.
1 Snake Eyes legs on this guy, on this steel core guy on the male. That like these
Oh,
are
is it?
yeah, those
I
are
knew
from
the.
Snake
I know
Eyes
the
legs.
the upper body is the first release Beachhead.
Yeah, that's yeah.
What? Really?
It's just kind of weird because like I mean even the female figure has pinless, but the male figure, yeah, it's all reuse and it's all pinned.
Yeah, the female figure, her lower body is Lady J, I believe.
Oh yeah, I
Why
think
wouldn't
you're
they
right.
just use Lady J's skull? Oh, okay. All right.
So, do you guys, since you both have them, is it worth the price point?
It was for me because of my connection to the figure from when I was a kid. Because I had the mail away figure, I had the customized bio and all that.
Yeah.
So I think it was, even though I had to
Right.
do a lot of fixing to it.
Yeah.
I
A lot
mostly
of the
picked
time
this set up for the
that's the
accessories.
deciding factor.
Yeah.
Like
I'll be
for
right
me,
back,
it was
guys.
like
I gotta let the dog out.
for me it was the jetpacks. It was like the muzzle flash effects because it's like the same muzzle flashes from the Viper 3 pack.
Right.
That was mainly why I got it. And I figured like these guys would be good, like just like in the background troops.
Yep.
Because I'll probably put the jetpack with like more of like the main characters. Like I feel like I'll give like Duke a jetpack. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. For sure.
that's why I bought it. I don't have my scissors to cut them out of the packaging, but like I'm hoping that they're like the figures themselves like just aren't like QC issue ridden. Because at that
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
I'll probably wouldn't tell you that it was worth the money.
I mean, if
The
they
other one,
hold up, Sorry,
have
go
you
ahead.
seen Firefly as well? That Firefly. I think it's new for us, but it's not necessarily new for our American friends.
Yeah.
I've heard
So
there's a
I'm
ton
on
of
the
issues with
fence
that
about
guy.
him. Yeah, I'm on the fence about him, and the reason why is for Firefly. I think I'm gonna wait for the Mezco to come out because he looks fucking sick. And the re-release of Firefly, I don't like his. They really dulled down his head sculpt, and that's a big thing for me. Like he should be out like the
The
original one. I
Mezco
don't have it,
Firefly looks dope
but
as fuck.
yeah, the Mezco Firefly looks insane. So, and Firefly is a character that I don't need 2-3 different versions of. If I'm gonna get
Yeah.
one, I might as well just wait for
It's
the
one
Mezco.
perfect one.
Yeah, exactly.
have you thought about getting the old Firefly? Because I hear that one's fine.
So I have thought about it, but again, with the Mezco coming out and like how he looks, like I'll spend that. Same with the price point for us though. The original Firefly, on average, on the secondary market for us is about $75. So at that point, why not spend an extra 25?
Really?
You know, 40, 50.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
oh
may
yeah,
as well
it's
get the
crazy.
Mezco.
It's ridiculous.
That's how much it is? Why? What? No.
Doesn't he have the
turning-
vet? Doesn't he have the
You can't
vest that like
get him
hinders his
anywhere.
articulation too?
Yeah,
And he's still
it's not like
$75, eh? That's crazy.
But that's the thing, though. You can't just go to like GameStop. You can't get him anymore,
Yeah, he's
right?
like,
He's
yeah,
long
they're
gone,
not going to
done and
re-release
gone.
that
You
too.
can't get him on Amazon, nothing like that. At least here, anyways, for us.
I've heard the new one has a bunch of torso issues. Like he's like
Mhm.
super loose. I got him as well, so I'll let you guys know how that is when I can get him open. But
Yeah,
hopefully
I was
he's
gonna-
not super loose because I've heard that there's tons of QC issues. I almost
Yeah.
canceled it honestly.
Let us know, just because like I don't want to go out and just get it from Heroes World and then I run into a ton of problems.
Those arms look way freaking better. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so this
awesome.
is
Yeah,
what
that
my
was sick.
female Steel Brigade, or sorry, they're Steel Corps. I keep calling them Steel Brigade, but
Yeah.
they let the copyright for that lapse, so Valiverse jumped on it.
Yeah, I was wondering about. I heard about that. So Valiverse has it. Were they originally Steel Brigade like in the Joe
Yeah,
line?
so like the figure that I had that's basically these, like that was when I was a kid, were Steel Brigade. Hasbro let the Steel Brigade copyright lapse, so Valiverse registered Steel Brigade as their own copyright. So these are now called Steel Corps. Wait, Steel Corps? Yes.
Cool.
I feel like that's kind of scummy.
Yeah, it's a little scummy. I like
Yeah.
the competitiveness though.
Well, I mean that's the Valiverse's whole thing, right? I mean, Action Force was a previously existing line, and the whoever I think actually Hasbro owned Action Force at one point. Action Force was basically the British version of GI Joe, was it not?
Yeah.
It was, yeah, in the 70s and 80s. And Hasbro let the Action Force copyright lapse, so Valiverse registered theirs. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. But yeah, so Action Force and Steel Brigade were originally Hasbro, and now Valiverse owns the copyright for them. But yeah, this is just the arms are actually just Farm Boy Luke arms from Star Wars Black Series, and the hands
That's
are
awesome.
Scout Trooper gloves.
It looks great.
They fit perfectly. All I had to do was heat up the
awesome.
and the butterfly joints still work. Just had to heat up the sockets and pop them in. It was very easy.
Nice. It's like the newer style shoulders. I've tried to do that with like older Marvel Legends, and it doesn't work. It's so hard to get the shoulder.
Yeah, because those molds are so fucking old, dude.
Yeah, it was a Paladin. Remember Paladin? One of everybody's army building that guy back in the day. Yeah, not an easy figure to disassemble. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, it takes forever to disassemble that thing. So awful. But yeah. What time is it now?
It's like 10:30 or something.
Is it time for us to shut up?
2011.
Is that time for us to go to
You know
sleep?
what? I noticed that we had gone to like 2.5 hours, but I thought, well, fuck it, because we already got to the artist, so at least we're not making anybody wait, and now we're just having a. Basically, it was like an online party chat. To me, I'm getting drunk and high with my buddies right now.
Oh, yeah.
I am gonna have to bow out shortly because I've got a
Yeah.
day full of meetings tomorrow.
Yeah, no,
Same here,
I
man.
gotta call it as well at
Yeah.
some point. But yeah, this
I
has
think
been,
my dog
it's
out
been
soon.
a good one. I like the approach we took tonight. I hope you guys dug it
Yes.
too.
Yes. It was
Yeah,
a good call.
great suggestion. There was 5 of us. I think it made sense to start with the features because like
Yeah.
it took us almost an hour and a half just to get through those. So,
Yeah.
good call there, Jeff.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
thanks, man. It just felt like the approach to take, and anyway, but yeah, it worked out. So hopefully everybody enjoyed watching it. I know I
Yeah.
enjoyed participating, man. Even though the odd joint hack made me, I'm sure, interrupt conversations. So I apologize.
If you're
no,
coughing,
you're
that
good,
means it's
man.
working.
I'm also getting kind of tired. So fucking. Oh shit. Oh shit. Thor's gonna. Oh, shit.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey,
What's happening?
Hey,
Once again, man, you guys, it's and we jump on here, and I think I'm pretty sure Blitz and Green might already be asleep because they're East Coast dudes, so it's later for them, or they're about to go to sleep. But it's you guys do so good. It's like you can close it out yourself, man. I don't even know why. We almost seem like we mess up the whole pacing when we jump on. Because you guys just you got it like a well-oiled machine, man. I love it. So, and the way you guys did it this time, that was great. That was a great idea. Like to just get in there and get right into the shots and give people their shine. And yeah, man, I think based on the chat, that was well received. Like people were in there, like you know, getting excited. So because they were able to answer questions like immediately. About what you guys, if you had a question about it. So no, man, once again, it's always a pleasure to have you guys host, man. It's like it just is, man. It's so awesome. So
for
thank
real,
you.
that's
Thank you and thank you. I don't even know how to really you guys just
thanks for having us. We appreciate
it.
thank you.
Oh man,
absolutely.
yeah.
Thank you for having us, man.
We've been thinking of some special stuff for hosts, so we're gonna do something, man, because you guys just make the Pic Bar what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a community-based platform where the community can come on here and utilize it to appreciate the rest of the community. So, and you guys do it well. You do it really well. So it's very much appreciated. There's something I was going to say, and I lost my train of thought.
Well, it's because of my beautiful, handsome face right here.
No, it. Dang it, I can't even think of what it was, but it was something really cool. Oh, all right.
We'll just pretend you said it, and it was incredibly profound and heartwe'll, and we'll wipe away a tear.
Dude, bro.
Oh, I know what it was. You guys. We're Friday. We're starting up. Friday is going to be the Friday 5x5, which basically is going to be featuring 10 photographers or dial makers, customizers across the the toy community, and we need you guys as much help as possible, man. Like, so we're gonna kick it off on Friday and just kind of maybe give an example of how we're doing it. But it's going to be super based on people submitting people. It's kind of like when you guys are picking the photos, but this is like you're just grabbing a person and go, I want to nominate them for the 5x5, and it's just like in the 5x5, it's not like it's not top 10. There's no number one's best, numbers 6 is less than 1. It's 5. They're all 5 of them 5x5 or it's one of it's a military thing I'm throwing in there 5x5. So it's like it's everybody's looking out. So that's what we want to do with that. And so we appreciate people nominating people. And what's going to be cool about it is that it's not going to be just for you to say, hey, man, I saw this shot. It should be nominated for 5x5. It's also going to be an opportunity for you to nominate yourself. Like if you feel like, hey, man, I really did a good picture. Or I really built a really cool dial. I'm putting myself in the 5x5, and then you put yourself in the 5x5 because it's not a competition. It's just it's an exposure thing. That's what we want it to ultimately be, and it's an exposure thing. So we're gonna start up Friday just to kind of show everyone how it's gonna go, and from there on, man, we appreciate everybody, contributing and helping out and making it something special. And again, it's not limited just to toy photos. It's going to be for customizers. If someone has a page where they're doing some awesome customs, throw them in the 5x5. If someone has a page where they're making dials, throw it in the 5x5. It's going to be, if someone's because one of the distinguished guys in the community, Jedi Jack, he cosplays too. So if you cosplays, we're going to throw them in the 5x5. The 5x5 is going to be to get people out and get them exposed. That's the main goal. We have a platform for people to come on Pic Bar and show appreciation. The next platform is to help people get exposed the best way we can, and pay it forward the best way we can. So that's what it's going to be. So
that sounds cool.
We're looking
Really
forward
cool.
to people helping out with it. So yeah,
absolutely down.
Other than
Definitely,
that,
man.
you guys, once again, man, nothing but gracious thanks to you fellas. You always knock it out the park, and I mean, yeah, I'm humbled that you guys come on here time and time again and show people how easy it is to come on and host and show some appreciation to your peers. So, thank you, fellas. Appreciate it, man.
Well, hey, man, we
Thank you for having
appreciate
us.
you.
It's always a blast.
You guys have helped us out a lot too. So it's a great experience. It's a great extension of a hobby, something that's a passion for myself, and the opportunity to talk about it and promote other artists. I think it's a great forum, and you guys do a great job of giving us background support and letting us chat up our nonsense. You guys are always
fun stuff. You guys are always talking about fun stuff, man. Whether it's the figure you got or the figure you modified or whatever, or just pointing out certain things. Hey, man, this figure seems kind of weird or something. These are always educational things, whether people know it or not. And it looks like Toy Addict's going to be putting dimes in there, so he's probably going to be nominating Instagram models.
Okay. Right.
Oh man. Leave it a Toy Addict to put Instagram models in the 5x5.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh man. Hey, but if they're in a cool cosplay outfit, I guess it is what it is, man. They're dressed up as Poison Ivy.
You know what, man? I gotta tell you what. Like I've joined a couple of cosplay groups for Mandalorian armor, and this one guy, he created a cosplay suit. I swear to fuck, I thought it was this figure.
Wow.
Right,
awesome.
And then I realized that was a dude in armor so perfectly done. It was like bang on to the show.
A friend of mine's in the 501st, and they've got, I think, 3 different approved costumes right now. Just throwing stuff in there.
I've heard of the 501st. It's a really cool group.
Yes, man. Those guys they're top tier. Here's a real quick story about those guys. They are top tier. I'm a super Star Wars geek, so much so that when the Star Wars movies came out, the prequels, I was a young buck acting silly, and so I actually got in line at the Hollywood, Man's Chinese Theater with a group of people where we would line up for we'd take time off work, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and go sleep in front of the theater and line up and play games and do stuff. Yeah, oh yeah. So when Revenge of the Sith came out, it wasn't playing at the Man's Chinese. It was playing at the Cinerama Dome down the street on Sunset Boulevard. Well, Lucasfilm knew that we raised money when we slept out there. We raised money based on the hours that we slept on the street for a charity. So Lucasfilm knew that we did this, and so what they did is they contacted the 501st, right, and they shut down about maybe 15 blocks, city blocks. They shut down a route of 15 city blocks that navigated us from the Man's Chinese Theater down to the Cinerama Dome on Sunset. And who escorted us there was the 501st. They
Shut
escorted us through the streets
That's
down
awesome.
to the theater,
That
man.
is so
it
cool,
was,
man.
it was
So
so
dope,
cool, man.
man.
It was
Very
it was
dope.
really awesome. So all those guys, 501st, they're really good. They're true fans, man. So anybody that's involved in that, I give major props, man. They're hardcore. They're like
That's
the real
wicked.
deals.
That's
They're
really
right.
cool.
They're right off the damn movie set.
Yeah. I mean, that's how they got all the stormtroopers for that final episode of Mandalorian season 1. I mean,
Yep, that's right.
Most of those stormtroopers were 501st guys.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Man.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
they're the real
Wow.
dudes, man.
Cool.
I assumed that was the case, actually. I have to say.
Yeah, they're the real dudes, man. But thanks again, fellas. Appreciate it. I hope you guys had a happy Halloween. Mine was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
hope it was fun.
good.
For
Thor,
you.
you already know what happened on my Halloween weekend.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers trying to jump me and my sister.
yes, dude, that's horrible. That's like a Halloween scary movie kind of like type of thing. Like
Did I miss something?
that doesn't happen in normal. It's like a scary movie Halloween episode.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys in the group chat. I'm not saying it on live like YouTube.
I was gonna say,
No.
I'm looking forward to hearing this story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not the only one that was like, "What the fuck did I miss?
No, dude. I was like, holy shit.
Where are they?"
when I tell you, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yep. Yeah. So
I say that whenever you tell me anything, though.
that's messed up.
Right on.
But yeah, thanks, fellas. Once again, anytime you welcome to come on, it's your guys' is your show. Do what you want to
Brother,
do.
thank
Come
you.
on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Thank
also,
you.
Thanks for having us.
You
June,
guys
or
are.
Thor,
you guys
if you think of it, man, just send me a little more detail about the Friday thing so I can.
Okay,
I've had a few
I'll send-
pints and
we're gonna actually make a post. We're gonna make a post Friday morning, so you'll
All right.
see the post and you'll see how we're doing it, and then from there on, like just anybody that willing to participate, please do, man. We want everyone's participation, make it something fun.
Yeah, I want to participate. I've smoked 3 joints and 5.5 beers.
We'll fill
So
you in.
I want to make sure I remember it. So send me a note, and I am there for you.
Oh man. Well, have a good one, brothers, and thanks again. And once again, you guys knocked it out the park. Like,
Thank you, pal.
it is
All right.
what it is,
Thank
man.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely, brothers.
These are a great group of guys.
Take care, man. The bar is closed. Later.
Later.